So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. Coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. Coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. Coming for the throne.
Another win at home. Another win at home. 2-1. Perfection at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as far as results are concerned. Undefeated. All wins at the home. How you guys doing tonight? How you guys doing tonight? The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you want to join the show, click it and join. Have your say about today. But let's look and see who is here tonight. True Blue 849 says, Will, I think Stun is about to break out. Start smashing it. I've been hard on him because I know what he can do. Have you seen the pass map? Lingley is making a difference. Oh, I knew he would. I knew he would, buddy. I knew he would. Who else is here today? James Joris is in the house. Min's son, the XG Destroyer. Let's go. Let's go. Sandra H is also here. And the Assassinator. Hope we're not assassinating anybody tonight. Hope we're not assassinating anybody tonight. There's the link if you want to join the show. Click it, click it, click it, click it, click it. Wherever it is, I can't find it. Click that link and join the show. And we will get this party started right. Who else is with us tonight? Mile High Hotspurs in Milwaukee. Big up to the folks in Milwaukee with the MKE Spurs. Hope you guys had a good day today. Watching the Milwaukee Central Time, I think 11 o'clock game for you guys. KM Hong is in the house. James Joris, Mark Swift. Big up Mark Swift. Let's get the likes up is what Mark Swift says. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Super chat if you want to, or if you're watching this back afterwards, you can do a super thanks too. All that stuff is good fun. Mixed Coffee, Sashan Pusol, long time no see, buddy. Who else we got in the chat? United Spurs of America, big up Jacob. John Fitzpatrick, big up Will, big yourself up, John Fitzpatrick. Maddie C is in the house, big up Will. What website do you use for the stats? My Holy Trinity is understat.com, fbref.com, and sofascore.com. That's my Holy Trinity of statistical data on the free website. There's a few pay websites too, but you can get pretty much everything you need to do. We've got John North here with elbow cough. I don't know why you're coughing in your elbow. I hope you get that fixed soon. Eugene is in the house. Dan THFC as well. Hit that membership button if you want to. You can become a member, join a member, support the channel as little as 99 cents a month. Nothing's 99 cents a month nowadays. So I think that's affordable for everybody. Help the channel out. Moving forward really helps. Do all this fun stuff that we do over here. All that fun stuff that is really unnecessary, but it's fun nonetheless. Let's start. C. Sherman's also in the house. Big up C. Sherman. It's a nice fish. I know a thing or two about fishing myself. I own a fishing tackle company, Mr. Sherman. There you go. Jago's in the house. I know I say, oh, big up Jago. And My Lost Temple. Mitch Frick could have scored too. Well, hey, I could have crapped my pants today if I didn't go to the bathroom, but things happen. But let's start bringing some guests in. And we'll start off first. I put them in alphabetical order this time so I can find them easier. He comes from the place where he fights pussy trolls. You know him as 007. Jason Groves is in the house. Big up, Mr. Jason Groves.
Oh, Will. How's it going, bud?
I'll give you this big intro, and it was just, hello, Will. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, come on.
Not a lot of energy there.
Sorry.
Hello, Will. I'm Eeyore.
I'm keeping a low profile because I'm sure I'm going to get some shit later.
Nah, nobody's gonna shit that later. Well, maybe you will. I'm
expecting it.
But what are your thoughts on today's win at home?
Honestly, there wasn't a point throughout that game where I thought we were going to lose.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I thought we handled them very well. I don't think they were at their best, but that's not to detract from, like, you know, we played well. I was very impressed with Longley and Romero, except for what Romero's one hiccup. I mean, it was very noticeable how comfortable we were playing out from the back, as opposed to when we played West Ham.
Yeah, and I think we saw a flash. I think Longley will just get even better. Like, do you guys remember? Do you remember that pass that he did? I want to say it was like around the 20th minute mark. It was just right in between, like right up into Son. Past Perisic, right into Son from that back line. I think he used to do that a lot at Barcelona, and I think we're going to see that. He used to hit Suarez all the time in his first season at Barcelona, right there in that, right up that corridor. And so he finds that pass quite often. I think it's going to help.
Now, feel free to correct me, and also defensively, I didn't find him lacking.
No, he's a good defender.
So all in all, I thought he put a solid first game in for us.
Yeah, it was a good. I think he's going to get better. I think he'll grow into it a little bit, but it was a good first performance. The next guest is from down under. I'm running out of kangaroo jokes. Let's do the platypuses. He kicks platypuses in the face when they're playing around in the gutters outside of his house. Shane B's in the house. What's going on? That's where I kicked those platypuses in the face. I heard platypuses spit poison. Hi, Jason.
Oh, my!
No, they got a spur on the back legs, and the spur is poisonous.
There you go.
It's like they got web feet like a beaver, duck, basically.
Yeah.
But they've got a spur on the back legs, and yeah, it's poisonous.
A hot spur?
There's no known antidote for it either.
Wow. You guys got some like dangerous critters over there down there, don't you?
No more than normal.
But you're not alone tonight. You've got a guy to play a platypus ping pong with. Paul OZ Spurs in the house as well.
How you going?
Good.
Hello, Milwaukee. I've got a Thongs jacket on. Hey.
See, now that's what. Look, I should have come with that kind of spirit.
Yeah, just a little blinking Holston light after your build-up. That was quite funny.
Thank you. And before we ask Shane his 5-minute thoughts, Ron Vignex, I always got to go with the compliments because I'm working hard. I'm keeping to this diet strict. He says you're looking slim. Well, thank you very much. I'm working hard on it. Getting back in the gym. We're 1 month into the body recomposition here. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Working hard. Bye, Paul. But Shane,
Bye, Paul.
what were your thoughts on the?
I agree. Longley and Romero were just absolute standouts in the game today. Absolute standouts. I reckon Richarlison was running around like a chook with his head cut off. Yeah, he had a couple of bright moments, but nothing Lucas Moura couldn't do.
Yeah. I think he was a bit sloppy on the ball, but overall it was a decent performance.
I don't think anybody had an amazing game. I think it was good, but not amazing.
Yeah.
Longley and Romero were good. The rest were better.
I think it was
average.
just I don't think it was an outstanding performance today, but I think it was a solid 7 out of 10.
It was professional.
Yeah, performance out today. The only time that I felt shaky is I thought that I was a little bit worried about the draw in the last 10 minutes. We seemed to be a little shaky, but we pulled through. What were your thoughts, Paul?
Yeah, well, like after the West Ham game, I really wasn't a happy camper. I thought that was a shit show, that game. But so I wasn't really optimistic about the one last night. But I thought Spurs were brilliant. And like Jason said, I thought we didn't look like losing. Maybe the draw was a bit up for grabs in the last few minutes there, but I thought we were so in control of that game. It was a really nice display, and it was because we've been talking about we're getting the results when we're not playing well. When we start playing well, it's going to be great. Well, are we going to start playing well, or are we just going to be crap all year? And last night was a really good performance. Very happy with it. I think Longley and Romero coming into the team, that just made such a big difference. Really did. So yeah, very happy, man.
I think we felt we looked a little bit more balanced in the back.
Well, because once you got that playing out from them happening, and also I know sometimes the last balls from Sessegnon and Royale weren't that great, but the fact that they were getting forward, it's like, shit, we've got a midfield now. And because of that, Bentancur and Højbjerg had a fantastic outing as well. So I'm very happy with it. Very, very happy. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, we got that. But we do have another guest to bring in, or a couple guests waiting in the back. Sandro is in the house. Big up to Sandro. Sandro, what were your thoughts on the match today?
Wait, can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yeah,
Oh, perfect. How's it going, everyone?
Good.
Good. Yeah.
Got the broadcast headset on today. They're official. Looking official.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was a good performance. I thought Lloris was, he was amazing compared to what he was in the last two games. Without him, saving those two awkward shots, like the deflections, one in the first half and one in the second, I think it was. He was good. I was a little bit not underwhelmed, but I guess disappointed that Richie couldn't get his goal. I thought he played well. But I get I'm not sure what your name is, sorry, but like you said, he played like Lucas Moura, kind of very Lucas Moura-esque.
Shane.
Shane, yeah, Shane.
Shane B.
Shane B, yeah.
I'm gonna help people later.
Yeah. So I like that point. I think that was a good point. I don't know. I liked his performance, but yeah, he was definitely very raw on the ball. No real end product, I guess, until that goal. But yeah, shame it was chalked off. I guess for me, I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10, only because it was on the back of the West Ham performance, and that game was awful. So that's why I'll give it a 7.5. But if we're just rating this game, it would be like a 7 because of how much we let them back into the game towards the end of it. So yeah.
Yeah. Where did you go? We had a guest to come in, but they left. We'll have to wait until next time.
I'm mysterious.
Just waiting for building up to a big reveal there.
Yeah, but they popped out. I was getting ready to go. They left. Sure, they'll be back.
Was it young Mr. Dan?
I don't know.
I should have kept my analysis short.
They probably would have just. It was most likely they were joining on a device that kicked them out anyway, so they would have left midways. But yeah, overall, I think the first half for me felt really comfortable. In the second half, felt comfortable right up until after that their first goal, and then after that, I'm sure Paul will be back as well. After that, the back line got a little bit shaky, and I don't know, man. Lloris is still really bad at playing out of the back.
Yeah.
That's not his forte. I mean,
You know-
also Romero didn't like his one sort of iffy moment, which ended up leading to a goal. But I mean, you still can't take Moon Boots out of being to blame for that. Because why didn't he close down on him? Why did he just stand there and turn his back to the dude? As
I don't know. He always does that. I don't know what's the point in turning like that anyway. Just stand square.
Bigger. Yeah.
I think it was maybe he was afraid to commit to the challenge for like a penalty. He didn't want to give away like a penalty or something. But
you're standing
he
there,
should've-
right? How are you going to give a penalty? Well, you got your hands behind your back. They're not going to give you a foul. They're not going to give you a
but
handball.
he could
with your
have
hands
closed the space and made the gap that he had to shoot through.
or just no, but like he
smaller.
does this all the time, Dyer. Just take a shot to the chest, man. Just take it.
Yeah.
Take it in the
Right.
face.
He always does this. Well, I mean, that's because it's not going to stop from hitting you in the head. If you do this, it's just going to hit you in the side of the head, which is almost just as bad, right? You can get the ball square in the ear, bust an eardrum or something like that. At least in the face, what's the worst that can happen? Broken nose? You know what I mean?
What I liked about Hugo this game was like I see what you're saying about him not being good at playing out from the back, which he isn't. Which in this game, he didn't take any chances. There's nothing wrong with a bloody hoof up the pitch. Don't start dribbling it and fucking about with the ball. Just get rid of it. And he picked his moments well when he made the right decisions, when to distribute it, and when to just get rid of it. I thought Hugo had a fantastic game. Couple of
There was that
cool
one.
saves.
His best save of the day though was when he chipped that defender to Longley, and ended up. And basically, it was like a hospital pass to Longley, and then ended up having to save his own blunder, right? Like he caused the blunder and then made an amazing save to stop it, right? That was that diving one to the outside, where he tipped it across the out of play. But I
There was
don't know,
two
man.
of those, but yeah.
What about Richarlison though? What do people think of him? Because I thought he was bloody fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought he was decent defensively going forward. I'd like to see a lot more. Like his assist wasn't really an assist. I mean, it was a bad touch that Højbjerg basically took off his foot. Right? It's not like he passed it to Højbjerg. He was fiddling around with two defenders and took a long touch, and Højbjerg just ran through and said, "Screw you, I'm doing it." And he shot. Right? So yeah, I mean, technically it's an assist, but it's not like his one to Harry Kane, right? And then I would say the last 10 minutes of the second half, he kind of turned it into another gear when he got to play in that number 9 spot. I thought he looked better going forward in that 9 spot than he does in the attacking mid roles. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts about that? Do you think he?
Yeah,
I thought he
totally
looked
agree with
more. I think he looked more dangerous as the 9 than he did in the AMs.
I thought he was. I like what you said there. I thought because he had a couple of heavy touches early on. The ball was getting away from him a bit, but he worked so hard to get the ball back. He was all over that side, up and down, nicking the ball back, looking dangerous, just being just a pain in the arse. I don't know how many kilometers he ran, but he looked like he ran half a marathon at least.
Yeah, but Lucas Moura can do that sort of stuff too, and Lucas Moura does that stuff. But probably, I reckon. Yeah, no, but Lucas Moura can finish a goal.
I think
how
Lucas...
often?
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, how often does Lucas Moura score a goal?
How often has Richarlison scored?
Well,
When was the last time he scored?
Last year more than Lucas did.
Yeah, for Everton.
Well, I mean,
who
you
have
can only
less
go
chances.
on who he played for, but
They make less chances than Spurs, so
I'm sorry.
He also played a lot
is
more
fine
minutes for them than he does for Spurs.
Right, Lucas is fine and all that, but we all know because we've all seen him. He'll dance his way to a nice spot, and when he should release the ball, he never does, and then he gets tackled.
That is true.
That's Lucas in a nutshell.
And Richarlison gets tackled too, but he fakes the foul and gets at least a free kick out of it.
That's
so
right,
can't complain.
He's a shithouse king. I love Richarlison so much. Shithouse king.
He goes to ground a lot.
He does.
He goes
Yeah, but
to
that's
ground
why I
a
hated
lot.
him. That's why I hated him when he played against us for Everton.
I like it for us though.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it for
For
us.
us, yeah. Hated it for Everton. I mean, for me, Richarlison was... I'd probably give him a 6.5, a 7. Like, probably leaning towards a 6.5. Like, he was very industrious for the team. He covered a lot of ground. You know...
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I like his Twitter.
I like what I saw.
I like his Twitter play almost as well, almost more than his match play.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he didn't play good, because he did. But yeah, I just think he was a bit, you know, dancing around like a.
Well, I mean, he was
with a head
definitely
cut
he was definitely wasteful, right? Like you can't. There's nobody that can say that, because he led the front line in losses of possession and had the lowest passing accuracy out of the front three. So, I mean, I've heard some people today talk like he's a world class and he played out of his boots. That's not true. But he definitely. I mean, really, the only thing that separated him and Son was the assist, right? So. Son had one more key pass than him, a lot better accuracy in passes, similar amount of touches, way more crosses. The thing that Richarlison did really well was, and we'll look at the stats here real quick. The thing he did really well was defending, though. His pressing and getting out into the box and stuff like that. So I mean, if you look here. That's kind of his heat map. I saw some people making a big deal out of his heat map today. This section here, on the defensive side of the pitch, is because that's how we defend in a 5-4-1.
I'm sure Sonny's doesn't look too dissimilar.
Yeah, and then but going forward, he had the one assist, but not a lot. The shots on target, shots blocked. It's very similar. Dribbles very similar to Son. Hit the woodwork very similar to Son. Touches very similar to Son. Son was a lot better in passing today. I thought Son was a lot more clinical today than he has been recently. Son had more key passes, more crosses, more long balls. But what Richarlison did really well was these ground duels. He won 7 out of 12 aerial duels. He was getting up in there. Possession loss was quite a bit. Like people get frustrated with Son because he loses the ball a lot, and if you get frustrated with Son, you had to be pulling your hair out with Richarlison, but probably not, because there's a bias. But we won't go into that. But that I'd like to see better. Clearances on the defensive side too. It's not. I'm too zoomed in too far. It won't let me scroll down anymore. There it goes. One interception, 4 tackles, stuff like that. So. A lot of really good defensive skills for Mr. Richarlison. Harry Kane, on the other hand, played 78 minutes. 1 goal, 2 shots on target, dribble attempts, touches. Didn't get on the ball a whole lot, but his passing was a lot better today. 3 key passes, that's good. Created 1 big chance. Decent on the ground duels. Didn't lose the ball very much today, which compared to normal. Defensively, not a whole lot out there, but I mean, he is a striker. You got Son, played 84 minutes today, 2 shots on target, 1 off target, 1 blocked, 3 attempted dribbles, 1 successful, hit the woodwork once, and then that 1 big missed chance that he had. Like I said, 55, Richarlison had 59 touches, so 4 less touches than Richarlison. 97% passing accuracy today, only 1 pass. Didn't find its target. 5 key passes, 7 crosses, 2 of them landing on their target. 9 out of 3 ground duels where Richarlison was 12-7. So Sonny was very active too in the press, but just not as successful, I guess, as you could say, as Richarlison was. Lost the ball, for 3 less times than Richarlison did. Was fouled a bunch of times. On the defensive side, though, he only had 1 tackle today. So, I thought the front three Had a good performance today. Didn't miss Decky.
That's what I took out of this.
Me
Because
too.
I wanted to see him play.
Yeah.
And what I took away from this is we can now rotate any of the front three.
Yeah.
And yeah, the standard may drop a little, but it's good enough. You know what I mean? Like, we've been calling for somebody to be able to rotate in there, and I think we finally have someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This one for me, I think, was a bit weird. I think it's because he just didn't get on the ball a whole lot. He didn't have a lot of touches for a defender. He only had 69. They gave him a rating of a 6.9. I thought it was better than that. 3 clearances, 1 block shot, 1 tackle for long lay. His ground duels 2 for 2. His aerial duels are 50%. Only lost the ball 7 times, which is hardly at all for his amount of touches he had.
Pass accuracy, though.
Yeah, passing accuracy at 90%. Only missed 6 passes out of 60, which is really, really good. His long balls, 2 out of 6 are really good. Crosses, 1 for 1. 100% of his crosses. He had 1 shot off target, but I mean, he's a defender. It's not a big deal. Eric Dyer, I thought he had a kind of an average performance today. Not good, not great. SoScore has him ranked a little bit higher, but I think it's just because he had less touches. I don't know why. Oh, higher passing accuracy probably.
Yeah.
50 out of 51 passes, but you know those were all out of the back for the most part. Well, 5 for 5 for long balls. That's actually really good. I was surprised to see that. This is the first time I'm looking at these. Aerial duels, ground duels, not very often, but got a guess in the back here. You know him, you love him. He's driving around in traffic.
Eugene.
I hope he doesn't crash. Eugene is in the house, covered by the comment. What's up, Eugene?
Had to come on, guys.
Eugene, my brother.
Hi, Shane. Yeah, good morning to all you guys in wherever you are in the world. Good afternoon to all you guys wherever you are in the world. Of course, good evening to you guys in America. All right.
Is that your soundtrack or him?
Soundtrack. Had to come on. Yeah. I mean, we'll do this the last show I was on, so yeah, watch out for this truck. Nah, in Malaysia you don't have to watch out for trucks, Will. You got to watch out for motorcyclists. Oh dear, you know, in Asia, you've been to Thailand, right?
And traffic jam.
It's close to that. Yeah, jams are not that bad nowadays. You get used to it.
You start cussing. When I turn the horns off, you gotta start cussing at people. I'm going, F you. You know what I mean? I'll be before.
Yeah. When I used to do the drive, when I drive a Eugene show that time, right? I would be shouting at the drivers in front. But after my accident, I've been a bit more cool about it nowadays. So,
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and I don't tend to drive too fast nowadays, right? Before that, I was going about 100 plus, but nowadays I'll be just like 90, 80, and I'll be doing my show very coolly, right? But guys, slight improvement in the performance yesterday. That's all I saw, right? That's all I saw.
I think it was more than slight. And Fulham's been playing really well lately. You got to remember this is a team that's...
We're playing Fulham. Come on.
And they drew Liverpool 2-2. They've...
what was Dyer doing?
They were unlucky against Arsenal.
Yeah, unlucky against Arsenal.
Gone away with a point at least.
No, the thing is that I still feel Dyer is a liability. Big liability.
Dyer for me was a little bit just underwhelming today. Statistically, because he had high passing accuracy. But then you got Romero here, full 90 minutes, 4 clearances, 3 interceptions, 2 tackles. Got dribbled past once, but
the Mitrovic goal, he was like 10 feet away. If you had half a brain, right? If you see that Romero made a mistake, Mitrovic cuts him off, right? Instead of just standing there and turning, okay, I've got a theory. Why he turns his back half the time is because he's got 1 ball left and he doesn't want to get hit in the balls. So that's why he turns his balls and he's back on the ball, right?
Yeah.
That's my theory, right? Allegedly. But come on, he was 10 feet away. He should have closed Mitrovic down, closed the angle down, and not let him have the shot off. right? And not to take away the shot that Mitrovic had, it was top corner, right? It was really good. And big up to Mitrovic. We've been laughing at him for the past 3 times. 2 times he's been up in the Premier League, and he can't score. And he's been scoring.
It's
Maybe
Eugene.
we'll get him.
Eugene.
Get him. Yeah.
Through the streets of Tottenham.
Nah. Through the streets of Kuala Lumpur.
Chasing Sun haters all across the Twitter.
I don't chase people.
Joining all of us on Spurs streams across the world. Everyone in the comments. Everyone. Ha 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 ha. Show your love to see cubed.
Hey, Cubed.
That is the best intro ever. I love you so much right now, Will. That is, oh my gosh.
I felt like I was watching a trailer for episode 3 of the new Lord of the Rings show. Something like that.
It's a good show, by the way. Did you watch the first episode?
Yeah, first
I
episode.
did.
Banging.
Really enjoyed them.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
What is on? Is it on Netflix or what?
Prime.
Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
I thought you was going to start quoting The Dark Knight. Or whichever the last one was. I was born in the dark.
I thought this was going to be a Sauron rant or something like that, man.
Top class.
Well, I almost was gonna come on when I was
naked.
like,
Yeah, I saw.
I don't know if you saw. Did you see me in the backstage?
Yeah,
Will?
you're topless. I saw it.
Yeah, I was. So I was almost gonna come on, and I was topless, and I was topless and in the car, and so I was like, you know what, like I'm going through a dead zone. I don't want to be like Eugene and maybe get into an accident, so I'll just like come on later.
You're back home safely, right, Cubes?
Yes, I'm back home safely, and as you can see, I mean
You got your clothes on, yeah.
I have my clothes on again. The cape is back on, because before I only had the cowl, I didn't have the cape. So, so Will saw all of the pecs and the abs and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
The Lego abs.
It gives you a body to strive for.
That's right. But we were talking about
how's your regime going on?
Huh?
What's that?
No, how's your exercise regime going on, Will?
It's going good. Going good. I worked out a couple hours ago. So I have a little bit of home gym, so some days, especially on weekends, because I'm pretty busy, I'll do stuff at home. Dude, I did some Bulgarian split squats today. Those things are hard, dude. Talk about burn.
What the hell's a Bulgarian splits?
Yeah, that's my question.
A Bulgarian split squat is where it's kind of like, so you think of it like a body weight squat where you just kind of squat down, stand back up. Now take one leg and put it on a bench or a chair behind you, right? And hold 2 dumbbells and do that.
Yeah.
And that burn, man, I haven't felt a burn in my buttocks like that in a long time. Like,
yeah, I did leg day the other day, and even just like after my workout, I was doing lunges with like dumbbells, and I felt like 2 cramps in both legs. It was so bad.
Yeah, man. Like I can I usually squat a decent amount, but I was doing these Bulgarian split squats with like 30 pounds in each hand, and they were killing me, like worse than the squat, dude.
Yeah.
So I might do those more because I'm trying to do legs. I've got this new thing that I'm doing now because it's been a long time since I was in the gym. So the last time I was into going to the gym, working out was about 7 years ago. That's when I stopped going to the gym. I used to work out about 6 days a week, 2 hours a day. I was pretty fit back then. And a lot's changed since then. The science has gotten better and stuff like that. So I've been doing this new full body thing every day. So hitting every muscle group every day. But what you do is basically, it's like Monday would be chest focused. So you'll do like 2 or 3 different exercises, 3 or 4 sets for the chest, and then 1 set or 1 exercise of 3 sets for everything else, but lower weights. And then the next day you focus on the back, and the next day you focus on the legs, but you're working out, you're hitting your legs every day, 5 days a week. But one day you're hitting them hard. 5 to 6 days you're hitting them, well, because I take Sundays off, but so 5 days of the week you're hitting them light and chest, but you're hitting everything every day. So that's apparently that gives you more gains.
Doing that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
When are we going to see the 6-packs, Will?
6-pack is still probably about 3 months out, man.
I do a split. I guess you call it a bro split.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's what I used to kind of do. I used to bro split, or I would do I used to do a thing called it was opposite superset split.
Okay.
So what basically I would do chest, I would do bench, like a barbell bench, and then immediately go to a barbell row with the same weight. Wouldn't even change weight, just would flip over and then start rolling immediately. And then for like lat pull downs, and then just shrugs. So like the exact opposite movement immediately after, right? Biceps, tricep extensions. And I would break that up to 2 days, 1 day off, 2 days, 2 days off. That's the way I did it before, but
I've been doing 4-day splits, so it's not bad.
Yeah. But this I've seen, it's been really confusing, man, because my scale is going crazy. My body fat keeps dropping consistently. But my scale, one day I'll weigh 226, one day I'll weigh 222, one day I'll weigh 228, one day I'll weigh 224. Like it just keeps, but my body fat keeps dropping. So I don't know if it's just water.
I gave up checking the scales every day, mate, because like as long as my waist.
Yeah, that's all that matters. To be honest, the scale doesn't matter. But
the physique is what you're after.
Yeah. So that's why I always track the body fat. So even though those little electronic body fat calculators, they're not accurate, but they're consistent, right? So if you can just continually see that dropping off percentage or whatever. But I've been in about a 500 to 800 caloric deficit. So
you'll be dropping there then. How many calories a day are you on?
It's between 1,700 and 2,100. Depending on how much I work out, but I'm burning anywhere between 2,600 on the 1,700 day. I'm burning 2,600 calories a day.
So that means there are no more beers on the show, right?
No, I haven't drank in over a month, man. 2,600 calories is my expenditure. 17 is what I'm taking in. And then on the 2,100 days, I'm hitting around 3,000 calories in expenditure. So pretty hardcore caloric deficit, but high protein. I'm hitting about 200 grams of protein a day, about 50, 60 grams of fats a day, and then the rest in carbs. So.
I'll tell you what, though, it takes some doing eating that amount of protein, doesn't it?
Yeah, I get from shakes and stuff like that. But for me, like today, like my actual meal, because I'm kind of on like intermittent fasting too right now. Because I'm trying to cut. I want to cut down to at least 15% body fat before I up the calorie intake and start really going to get size again. But the thing that what I ate for dinner today was I had basically just chili, but it was beans, ground beef, and tuna fish all mixed together. So a can of tuna, ground beef, can of beans, basically just tomato paste sauce with hot sauce in it, so very no sugar or anything like that, and then brown rice mixed in with that. So that's how you get it. So the can of tuna has 30 grams of protein, the ground beef is about 30, and the beans were about 20, so I'm hitting
no burgers.
Huh?
No more burgers.
You can have.
No, I'll eat burger, but only the patty.
Yeah.
It's so weird because guys, I only listened to like a little bit before I jumped on, and you guys were all talking about football, and then I jump on and you start talking about
They
working
asked
out.
me.
and,
Eugene
like,
asked me
diet.
the question.
No, I know, but I was like, damn it, what did I do?
You instigated it.
Fitness channel now. Fitness.
Okay, guys, let's get
But,
back to the football, right?
Yeah.
Get back to
But
the football.
before we do that,
Uh-oh.
Jacob from United Spurs of America is in the house.
Here comes trouble.
Straight away.
Here comes
Here
trouble.
comes trouble.
The takes the snake man was going on.
Yeah, I want to ask the question, right? In the game, the last 15 minutes.
Hold
really
on, Eugene.
confused the hell-
Eugene, you gotta freeze for a second. Hold that question because usually when we bring people in, we go to them to get their quick thoughts, and then we go back to normal conversation. Because it's kind of weird to bring somebody in with an intro and then just boom, you just completely skip off them. Jacob, tell us what.
Sorry, Jacob.
Eugene, I appreciate you at any point, so you can always interrupt me anytime you want. The game, hey, like your title says, perfect at home, still perfect at home. So nothing but happiness on this corner. Sonny looked bright. I thought he looked really good, really involved most of the match, so that's always a good sign. Richarlison, this is the front three, honestly, that I wanted to see when we first signed Richarlison. I thought that he would be competing with Kulusevski for that starting position to kind of, because Son likes to go right and left, so why not have someone else to do the dance with him? And I thought Richarlison was a nice little dance partner. They had something going, so I'm very pleased with what I saw. Højbjerg was great as well. Midfield actually looked somewhat like they were capable. Maybe that's just Fulham, but I liked what I saw.
I have a bit of a hot take. I think Conte.
Hold your hot take for a second. Gotta bring one more guy in. We got him down there in Miami. Dan THFC, the young gun in Miami.
I've got to say, I've got the best music out of anyone.
Yeah, that's cool. I got horns and I got cars.
I don't know. I think C Cubes was the best today out of all of them.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
You missed it. If you missed it,
C-Cubes
Dan, you have
sounds
to
more
go
like a
back and watch.
monologue.
I haven't heard.
yeah.
CBS.
Well, do that every time. You're like my bestie now. I love that so much.
I'll have to like write a script or something now because that was off the top of the head. So we'll make it better.
We'll
gotta
get
say-
into my good graces with that intro.
Mr. Dan, did you feel the energy today?
I've got to say though, this is probably Son's best performance this season, and it's
No
coming.
way.
It's coming in a really good time. I mean, we're gonna be playing against Man City. We know how much he loves to score a goal against Manchester City. Champions League coming up as well, so this would be the perfect time for him to come back into Son form. But I'd say that'd be a big positive. And yes, Will, I did see the energy today.
There you go. Good job. Good job.
Energy.
Yeah.
But can I get back to my question?
Yes. Go ahead, Eugene.
All right. Okay. For the last 15 minutes, right, I was confused. He took off Kane, he took off Son, and he brought in Perisic. I was wondering, what formation were we playing? Were we playing with Richie up front and low?
Perisic can play that
is a
position.
winger.
Yeah.
Perisic can play up front. That's literally
That's actually
what he
his
was doing.
real position. Yeah.
Yeah, before
Left
Conte
winger.
made him a wing back. So
No, that's what I see. I was like-
no must there.
Yeah.
Perisic
Before.
Sessegnon was there too, right? Right until the end.
He was left wing back.
Sessegnon
Yeah, left
was a
wing back.
wing back.
So
Perisic-
Perisic, it was up until Perisic. It wasn't until Perisic came back from loan at Inter Milan. I think where did he go? Bayern or something like that.
He was at Bayern.
That he started playing left wing back. The rest of his
Left wing
career,
back.
he's played left winger. So
He was a left winger.
No,
So
They're
that means he was
striker.
playing 4-4-2 then.
he's definitely capable of.
no, we
filling
were
in
playing
up
the same formation, 3-4-3,
We're still
3-4-2-1.
playing 3-4-3.
Yeah.
3-4-2-1.
Yeah, Richarlison through the middle, Kulu on the right. Is how it ended.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Kulu. Yeah,
And
Kulu
like
came
Will
on.
said, Richie actually had his better spell playing through the middle.
I agree. I think he looked more dangerous. Looked like he was going to score more playing in the 9 than he did playing on the right hand side. I was underwhelmed in the first half for sure. Second half, even the beginning of the second half, once Kane came off in the 78th minute and Richarlison got through the middle, I thought that's when he started to look dangerous for me. The runs in behind, just everything, the positioning, the quality of the chances. I just think he feels more comfortable there. He didn't do bad on that in that right hand side, and
he's still got a yellow card for the.
Did they not resend it?
No. Because the reason they give a yellow card is because you took off a shirt. It's not because you took off your shirt after scoring a goal.
Yeah. Once the shirt is off, you still get your yellow card.
Yeah. So you got a yellow for nothing.
Yeah, if you're in the middle,
sportsmanship conduct or something like that.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of playing, you take off your shirt, you're gonna get a yellow card. It doesn't matter if you score a goal.
It's the dumbest yellow card ever.
Getting back to my Conte.
What's your hot take?
Right, and I could be way off the mark here as per usual, but I think Conte pulled a masterstroke dropping Kulu for Richie.
Yes.
Because I think Kulu's in a place where he can handle being dropped.
Whereas at that age, yeah.
Yeah, whereas Sonny, I think we could all see he was looking a little bit fragile. So keeping him on and dropping Kulu was a good idea because that means he gets to get a look at Richie and then he doesn't dent Son's confidence. And as we saw, Son had a damn good game. So
yeah, he still seems frustrated.
Take.
He still says,
he wants to score.
Yeah.
I think the difference with, because Shane brought up that it was he was very Lucas Moura-esque, but I think Richarlison has a bigger presence than Lucas, which is pretty evident. So I think he was sort of, that front three just has so much presence. So there was that pass that Kane put into Son where Son hit the crossbar. I'm not sure if that would happen with Decky because the defenders would have just been on him. So I guess that's just my take, but I don't know.
Decky's pretty strong, though. He can break sometimes. But I hear what you're saying. And Rex, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. It's that little blue thing at the top of your YouTube chat. You can click it.
Raheem Sterling wants to come on.
Only 2 rules. You got to have a shirt and you have to have pants. That's it. Or trousers.
That's why I couldn't come on earlier.
Oh,
so that was why I couldn't come on earlier.
How do you know any of them are wearing pants?
How do you know I'm wearing pants?
Well, as long as you stay seated, that's fine. But if you start to stand up and we start singing dingle-dungles and bingleberries, we're going to have to...
I'll show you I'm driving without pants. With pants.
I hope you're wearing pants. You're driving. That's a bit weird.
His AC's not working.
More aerodynamic the less pants you have on. I think you're more aerodynamic.
I suppose. Yeah. I mean, I'm wearing fairly short shorts, but I'm wearing pants.
No one needs that mental image.
I've actually, for whatever reason, I don't hold very much weight on my legs. My legs and arms tend to stay thin even when my midsection doesn't. So,
well, that's good for you.
I got some nice.
I have heavy legs. I have very heavy legs. I
have big legs, but they're not you can see muscle through the mess of it. But we do have a guest also to bring in. That's the wrong button. Here it is. Looks like he's outside somewhere on the left coast of either Canada or the United States. Or somewhere where because it would be nighttime, so he must be in Australia, maybe down under, maybe with Shane, New Zealand. Rex Adar's in the house. What's going on, Rex?
Rex, New Zealand.
Hello.
Hey, Rex.
Hi, Rex.
Can't hear you, buddy.
He's not talking.
Can you hear us?
Sideways camera's fine, man, or you can shut it off. It's fine. All right, we'll keep going. I'm sure when he gets it figured out.
Will, he's joined the late night show with Colin or myself before, so he does. It's just sometimes there's either a delay or like a connection issue.
There's a pretty big delay right now.
Yeah,
I think he was trying to figure out how to turn his camera off. But
maybe it's
connection issue.
What? Samuel S. What a pathetic life.
No
You're free to
sound.
leave. There you go.
Wait, who has a pathetic life? I don't.
Live,
What?
like a
Live,
live.
like the live
No, not
broadcast
a
he thinks
live.
is boring
Oh.
or whatever. You're free to go watch something else. It's a free country, right? We
Yeah,
talk
what's
and
Lord
have
of the
fun.
Rings
Talk
on
about
Amazon?
Spurs. Why would we talk about Marseille's when this is a post-match show? We're talking about Fulham. Right, we'll talk about that match on Wednesday. Post-match.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sorry.
sure we'll talk about the
Daniel.
Champions League a little bit later. But
Everybody was talking about football, and then I came on, and then I guess I triggered all these knuckleheads to talk about.
You were
working
talking about
out
six
and,
packs. You were talking about your six pack and your pecs, and that's what guys.
I
Eugene.
was going to say, actually, Cube, you're the one that started this entire
right.
body composition conversation.
I know. Like I keep starting these things unintentionally. You know, like last time I started World War III. I get it. Like it's always unintentional. It's fine.
Franz Ferdinand did the same.
That's what these shows do, dude. They just go. We just talk about
we got
whatever,
historical
man.
there.
People don't like it.
So
the
unintentional.
doors that
early
way.
stages of
But if
the
you
show-
do like it, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Or even
Because,
if you're leaving.
The early stages of the show, this used to be like everybody would be
Yeah,
talking
hit it
about
on your
South
way in.
Korean barbecue, like the whole show.
Yeah, we can talk about South Korean barbecue.
I
for
remember
an
the first
hour.
month. I remember the first month of the show. That's like the only thing people we would talk about. And I was just, no,
Me
I
and Sandro can talk about traveling for 2 hours.
Yes.
Exactly. Mixed Coffee. Mixed Coffee says that the show is like 4 hours. We got plenty of time.
That's right. We have plenty of time. We're only an hour
Actually-
into this puppy.
It's not 4 hours these days, is it, Will? You're on a...
Yeah, I'm on a little bit of a curfew. Lately it's been just a couple, 2 hours, maybe 2.5, 3 at the most. But
Why's your TV off behind you?
3.5.
oh, because I forgot to turn it on. That'll happen.
I noticed that you changed it last time. Was it on? Like last time I was streaming with you.
Yeah, so you guys if you guys are curious what I got going on here. So we got a little Roku TV. And I got a disk drive, a little USB. Here, we'll put it in the front, so maybe that's a little easier to see.
No problem, Rex. Come on when you're ready.
And then I have like a bunch of different little, photos that I can use to do this one.
Backgrounds.
Yeah, let's do this one today.
How did Paul Stewart do today?
Don't get me started.
Oh dear, was that bad?
Paul did fine. Paul did fine.
All
But,
right.
we'll bring Rex back in.
Right.
We can hear you, brother.
G'day, Rex.
How you
Hey,
going,
Rex,
man?
can you hear us? Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hey, we can hear you, Rex.
Yeah, I can hear you now. That's good.
Yes,
How's NZ today?
Big up, Mark
almost-
Swift.
I almost committed a homicide
So with your
today.
hair.
Why'd you almost commit a
Direct?
homicide today, Will?
So Paul was playing in his game today, and he plays striker for the team. And there's a couple other
Yeah.
forwards on the team.
I'm hearing a whole lot of voices at once, but how's the future?
Yeah, it's probably a big delay, man. So just hold up. But they so they were two of his other forwards are injured. So he was kind of like the only forward. So they asked an 08 to come and help out. And Paul's coach, for whatever reason, his current coach wants him to kind of like press all the time. He just wants him to run. But regardless, I thought it was kind of weird. Paul thought it was kind of weird. Asked his real coach why. But I guess because it's Labor Day weekend, his real coach was gone. Some other coach was filling in. Took Paul off after the first 15 minutes and put on the 08, who isn't supposed to be playing, has his own team. He's just supposed to be there in case they need a sub. And told him he was pressing too much, which is the
after he
opposite
told him to press
of what his real coach has told him to do, right? Like his real coach wants him to press all the time, just really wants him to be attacking all the center backs. Wherever the ball goes, just chasing the ball all the time. This coach, who wasn't his real coach, took him off after 15 minutes. And in the ECNO, once you come out, you can't go back in. So I was livid. I mean, absolutely livid. I called up the coach and I was like, what the F? I'm not coming back. Right? Like, there's no point in coming tomorrow. Right? We might as well quit. Right? Like, why? I pay $3,000 for this. Why is this kid who just got done playing a game, playing 2/3 of the game, and my son who's still on the team is sitting on the bench for what? He wasn't playing bad. He was doing exactly what you wanted him to do. Right? I was livid. Livid.
He wasn't bringing the energy, Will.
He was bringing too much energy.
Yeah, but what did his actual coach say when you called him?
It's like, I didn't tell him to do that, blah, blah, blah. He apologized, but it didn't matter, man. I want an apology from that guy. I'm seriously, I'm literally this close to calling the director of coaching and having a chat, because it doesn't matter. You're coming here, you're filling in for a guy. You're not here to roll your roost and make the kids play the way you want to play, right? You're there in order to help them to
take it to the next level.
No, you're just there to kind of.
He don't have to take him off. He just has to get an instruction out to him.
Yeah.
To press less. Like, why take him off?
I don't know, dude. I was livid. Absolutely livid. As soon as the final whistle blew, before anybody shakes off, I'm like, I scream across the field, Paul, let's go. He didn't even shake hands, man. I pulled him. It took every ounce of self-control, not for me to not go over there and take him off the bench mid-game. I was pissed. Texting the real coach at halftime. I don't care what he was doing, vacation, whatever. I don't care. I was livid. Absolutely livid. I hadn't been that mad in a long, long time. I was like, what is this kid? Because last season when Paul was on the team, we came late. We moved to Atlanta, right, mid-season in September. And because of that, Paul was like the 20th guy on a 19-guy roster, right? And so because he didn't go through tryouts and because he was kind of like a extra on the team, he got to practice, but a lot of the games, there was probably half the games, he didn't even get to put on a shirt. He didn't even get to go, right? Because they had too many players, because you only have 18 guys on the roster at one time. And for the guys that had tried out and made the team, it wasn't fair for some guy to come in and just take their spot, right? Like that was their. But I paid the full price. Okay, got half of my money's worth on that. Then this season, this happens, right? He's completely fit, 100%, can play the full 90 minutes. As soon as he gets subbed off, he's like, "What? Why am I being subbed off?" This other kid comes in, maybe gets 6 touches the whole game. We end up drawing 2-2 off one deserved penalty, and then another penalty where the assistant referee made a mistake. Wasn't a pen at all. The center ref called it right, but the assistant referee had already raised his flags and shake it, so the coach kind of went nuts and made a scene. And so we ended up drawing 2-2. So we got a point out of the thing, but it doesn't matter because look, when you're paying $3,000 for this thing, and you have a kid that just got done playing 90 minutes before, and now he's playing 90 minutes again and playing, 75 minutes of Paul's 90 minutes, not gonna happen. And then being pulled off for doing exactly what his actual coach wants him to do, I was pissed, dude. Pissed. And I don't mean drunk in the British sense. I mean in the
well, yeah.
Because I'm not a happy clapper dad. If my son plays bad, I'll be the first one to say it, right? Get him off the pitch. But today he was doing it fine. In fact, he actually created the first penalty. He played in a midfielder who then immediately on touching the ball got fouled inside the box. but he had the hold up play that played the guy in that. So I guess you could say the assist to the penalty. Yeah. So
okay, guys. I've reached my
pissed.
destination.
Somebody in the chat put Karen Stewart's THFC rants.
That's right.
I gotta make a move, guys. Thanks for having me on, Will. Catch up with you all guys later. Right, Cubes.
Eugene.
See you later, Eugene.
I don't. Right. I should, but I don't. Should though.
Right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
But later, buddy.
Pick up Eugene.
But we do
you
have.
Don't look up your son on FB ref.
Not yet. But we do have a Canadian who is rational, logical, and not deluded. Abdul Kareem is in the house. Big up, Abdul. What's going on, my friend?
Big up. Big Abdul.
I think Abdul's got the best beat, to be honest with you.
No, man.
Yeah, that one's up there.
Definitely the oldest. I had that beat for a while now. Damn near like a year now. I was just gonna ask, I was hearing your conversation about your kid and obviously how pissed off you were. I was gonna say, like, if you can compare your kid's play style toward a professional footballer, like, what's your kid's strongest trait? Is he so I'm guessing he's a midfielder, or I don't know.
He used to be a 10. And now
what
he's
kind of 10? Is he like a Mezzo Ozil kind of 10, or is he like a Mason Mount?
He was more of a Paulo Dybala type of 10 when Paulo played 10. So kind of 10, center for second striker. He liked to get in the box a lot. Good on the dribble. He's a very technical player. Paul is very.
Is he like athletic, like super fast, strong?
No, he's not slow. But he's not like Son fast.
Yeah.
So he's like maybe Richarlison fast, because Richarlison's not blazing fast, but he's not slow either, right?
Like Mason Mount kind of fast.
Yeah, maybe a Mason Mount, Pulisic maybe type of thing. But he's very active. He's not a striker who just sits on the center back and does nothing, right? Like he just doesn't sit there. Apparently, whatever coach was there today and whatever other kid was there today, that's what he did. He literally just stood in front of the center backs, and then when a ball went over the top, he would chase it down. He wasn't doing diagonal runs inside and out. He wasn't getting on people's back shoulders, actually creating space. The way Paul moves a lot, he's very intelligent on where on the center back shoulder he's sitting, because he's not that fast. He has to get that jump. He has to make them turn their body that extra second to get in behind. Hold up plays really good. One touch, passes in and out. He releases the ball really quick. He doesn't hold on to it. He doesn't head down and dribble. It's if he can't make a turn right away, it's immediately play back to where it came from. Right. He's a very smart player, very technical player. But he models himself now that he's playing striker. The people that he's watching is Holland and Kane. That's who he's watching.
And Richarlison.
Is he trying to play like that? He
probably plays like Holland. So he plays a little bit more like Holland, where he kind of sits on the defender's left shoulders and make those diagonal runs right in behind. You know what I mean? Spin turns in and off players.
Would you say like he's kind of like Dane Scarlett, kind of like a striker?
Yeah.
But he's not strong enough to play like that back to the.
Yeah, he's not super physical.
Yeah.
Sometimes, depending on where he is, he can play a little bit like a Bobby Firmino.
Scarlett got the brace today.
Bobby Firmino will hold the ball up, but he holds it up. He creates space for himself to hold it up. He's not bodying people, right? So like a Bobby Firmino will hold the ball up, turn and play somebody in real quick, like a one-touch boom out to Salah or one-touch boom out to, Luis Diaz or whatever. Maybe like a Bobby Firmino type of player. Doesn't score a ton of goals, 6-7 a season. Probably gets just as many assists. Obviously a lot shorter season. They don't play 20 games, but
of course.
They but that kind of guy can beat people on the dribble, can take people to the touchline. fairly decent at headers in the box. He's 5'9", 5'10", about 135, 140 pounds. So about Brian Hill size.
He's like Dane Scarlett, basically, like a younger Dane Scarlett. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's like Brian Hill size. He's 14. So he's about what? When's your birthday, Dan? March?
June.
June. So he's about 6 months younger and older than Dan. So.
Well, how is he? Like what? 14 or something?
Yeah, 6 months older than Dan.
Okay, cool. That's not
his
bad.
birthday's
5'9"
December of
for like
07.
a 14-year-old. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, he was real short. He was small for his age for a long time. But he hit a growth spurt. So he'll probably be 6'2", 6'3".
Did you have a game today, Dan?
No, we didn't have a tournament this week, which is rare because when we have a long weekend, we usually have a tournament. But this weekend we didn't have one.
No league games though.
No, but next weekend we have a big league, and I don't understand it, but I mean, sure, fine. But we travel like in a whole team bus, like 2 hours away for one game, and then we come back. I understand it for like a tournament where you're gonna play like 5 games, but for one league game, I've never understood it. Just play here, and both teams are local teams, so we like live like right next to each other, and we have to travel 2 hours.
Why are you traveling? That's a bit weird.
I know it's just the league. It's a.
I mean,
big league.
politics travel. So like for us, we drive 3-4 hours for league games all the time. Like today we play Tennessee. Tomorrow we play Alabama.
Well, I was gonna say if you're because I was pretty like small for my age, and what really helped me was actually martial arts, Taekwondo. I took Taekwondo, and with kicking, I started letting off rockets at like 15 years old. After I took Taekwondo for about 2 years at like 13. So
yeah, Paul took Taekwondo as a kid.
It really helps with like kicking and stuff.
Yeah, he took Taekwondo as a kid. But he hasn't done it in a while. We just don't have time. Where he plays now, they train 3 to 4 days a week, and they have 2 games on the weekend. So
oh, that's good. Yeah, even just like I was just like talking about like kicking, like what are those called? Like
heavy bags and stuff, just building strength stuff.
Yeah, just like and like rotating the hips and getting some power into the kicks and stuff.
He's got a good decent shot. I mean, he can. I don't know. He does lack a little bit of confidence sometimes because of things like today happen, right? Like especially since he's been playing really well in training and practice. He was kind of excited because he was upset because one of his good friends got injured and hurt his hip pretty bad. Going to be out for a while. But that was the guy that he rotated with. So he's like, okay, 2 games this weekend. I've got 90 minutes. Went to bed early. Had a good diet to make sure he got good rest. Had good energy for the next day. Played 15 minutes. Sat on the bench.
This is less prevalent, but once he gets older, it's definitely going to be an impact. But if he's drinking a lot of water before games, that helps. So, I ended up starting that when my friend had recommended it to me, and like 2 big jugs of water before the games, and I was good the whole game. Gotcha. So it helps out. Yeah,
I got lots of these.
One of those ones. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is it? Does that like help out with your cramps or something?
It helps out with cramps, yeah, and it also like just gives you like it.
Just keeps you hydrated. I mean, having hydrated
keeps your cells hydrated, and yeah, like when
all of your cells helps recovery.
Yeah, exactly. Because like it's basically just intense workout what you're doing to your body when you play football. Like you're running sprints basically every like 30 seconds or whatever. So it's pretty intense workout. So make sure you get hydration into your system, during the whole day before your game, and then
you want to load up before you go out. So
especially like in high school games where the pitch is so small that you're constantly sprinting more times.
Exactly. And that's sort of the age where you start, you have to stretch before games, and you have to get that proper, nutrition and stuff and hydration and stuff. So, because like before that age, I wasn't really focused on that, but then I started noticing my body was kind of, getting older, I guess, or whatever. So
yeah, when I was in high school, I had a shit nutrition plan. I was just like,
I didn't focus on it there too. Well, I guess I did. I ate a lot of potato salad. My mom used to make a lot of homemade potato salad, which was just pickles, potatoes, and eggs.
in big giant chunks, mustard and mayonnaise. So I mean, I guess that's pretty decent energy food. I used to eat whole giant bowls of it like that all by myself. But no, I mean we eat pretty clean: steaks, chickens, fish, salmon. I mean, I feel bad for the kid a little bit, but not really. Doesn't drink. We don't no soda allowed in the house. We don't have any. Doesn't drink caffeine. Only drinks water. Can have it a sports drink during training and during games. That's it. No sugary stuff.
No pre-workout before games.
No pre-workout. He does do mask. Does a little bit of mask gainer and stuff like that. But I use. You want me to promote my supplements that I use? I use the Naked brand. So
okay.
Naked Whey, Naked Mask. Yeah, I use creatine.
I do as well. It's good shit.
Yeah.
That's jokes. The comment section for the last 30 minutes has been debating how to pronounce Pulisic.
It's Pulisic because
he pronounced it Pulisic.
That's hilarious.
He said it himself. Yeah.
Yeah. But they but what I use, so it's a Naked brand. So what it is it's all like organic crap, grass-fed whey, grass-fed casein, grass-fed, stuff like that. So it's all high quality, no artificial sweeteners at all. I actually have like an allergy to artificial sweeteners for whatever reason. If I get like, like Metrobuzin or like some fake sweeteners, it tastes like hairspray. I don't know why, but for me, it doesn't taste sweet. It tastes like hairspray would taste. You got hairspray in your mouth. But
I guess it's probably worth the extra premium, the price.
Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive. The mass builder's not too bad. It's like $70 for a 5-pound tub. But 4 scoops in a serving, so that's quite a bit of stuff. But I mean, it's
4
like
scoops. Wow.
Yeah, 4 scoops in a serving, but it's like 1,300 calories.
Damn.
In 4 scoops. But I don't do 4 scoops. I only do 2. What I like to do is I mix. I do my own like mix. So I buy the casein, the whey, and the mass builder, and I'll do 2 scoops of whey, 2 scoops of casein, and 1 scoop of the mass builder, which gives me about 65-70 grams of protein and about 60-70 grams of carbs.
Scientist,
So
you're just mixing different.
I like to do mix my own make my own concoctions. Just because they're the only there's very few brands that don't put artificial sweeteners in their stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't drink it. There was this one brand in Korea that was great. It was super cheap. Didn't put anything artificial sweeteners. Like the label was just BCAAs and protein profile. That was it. There's nothing else in it. Tasted almost like dirt, right? Like a chocolate flavored dirt. But that's what I like for some reason. I don't like all this, chocolate chip ice cream, cookie dough flavored bullcrap.
Most of it, I normally mix mine with I don't use milk. I mix mine with water and I block my nose and chug it. Just get it out of the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I can't stand it.
Even like mine tastes good though. I like it. It's rich. And sometimes if I'm really feeling, because I like to put a little bit of ice in mine because it makes it cool. Kind of like almost tastes like a milkshake, like a malt. You remember the old malts, like a chocolate malt back in the day? Maybe these kids are too young for chocolate malts. But I like to fill. So I have like one of those Ninja blenders. Fill half of it up with ice. Put the protein powder on top. Put a little bit of milk in there or water. It just depends on what my calorie allowance is. And then I'll grind it into like almost like an ice cream. It's super thick. But I'll throw like a couple blueberries in there. It's really good. But
yeah, for me, the reason why I can't do that,
instead of ice, I actually use low-fat Greek yogurt because it's got a lot of protein in it, and it thickens it right up. So I use
yogurt's good as well.
I use low-fat Greek yogurt if I'm making like a smoothie out of it, and then I get like frozen blueberries, the protein.
It says it contains sucralose. I don't think it does. I think it contains coconut sugar. 5 grams of coconut sugar.
I use like mixed berries, Jason. I think you said.
Let me see.
You use like what? Blueberries or something?
Well, actually,
He's kidding.
it's
kidding.
frozen. It's frozen blueberries, frozen raspberries, frozen cherries,
Oh,
and
mixed
frozen
berries.
blackberries.
Yeah, mixed berries.
But it's all
That's
the
good.
dark. It's all the dark fruits.
Yeah.
Sort of like the actual berries. Yeah. But it's. I'm not gonna lie. It's the frozen bag though. It's not. I don't get the fresh stuff. But it just blitzes
Yeah,
up.
no.
That with Greek yogurt, because you get a lot. Greek yogurt's a good source of protein.
If I was
you can
still
handle the
sponsored by
taste.
Chobani, I would recommend.
Yeah, so I'll just show you. Like it's not cheap. It's a little bit more expensive, and I'm not sponsored by them. But if they want to sponsor me, I'll do that. I am starting to get emails for sponsor stuff right now, but I don't answer.
Manscaped.
No, I ain't doing no Manscaped. Oh crap.
Boohoo man.
I can't wait to see that advert.
I do some Boohoo man just because I like clothes, but yeah. So you can see here it says this is all the ingredients. That's it, man. Whey protein concentrate, which isn't as good as the other stuff, so it's like a mid grade. But organic coconut sugar, organic cocoa powder, and milk. That's it, man. And the supplement facts are 3 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs because of the coconut sugar, and then 25 grams protein and just 38 grams. So, but it's a bit pricey, $94.99 for a 5-gallon tub. So,
Yeah.
Bit out of my price range, Will.
Exactly. Same here. That's out of my price.
but dude, the way it tastes, man, I can take it. There's a really good brand. There's another brand that I found that I haven't tried yet that I'm gonna try.
Is it half the price of this one?
No,
Also,
it's about $20 cheaper.
Still out about
Have you tried what's it called? The gold standard? I forgot.
Yeah.
It's like in the black.
Actually,
tub,
there's
yeah.
one I take. It's New Zealand way. It's actually reasonably priced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just not a fan of any of the protein. Like they all taste like arse to me. I said, I block my nose and chug them.
Like last week, I got like some protein powder at like my local Shoppers Drug Mart, like my local pharmacy. It is disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's so cheap though. It was like
Yeah,
$40, but
probably like $6 or something like that.
Dude, and I've yet mostly the chocolate ones I can deal with. I've yet to find a vanilla one that.
No, vanilla's horrible, dude.
It's I've literally thrown a tub away. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. It made me
Strawberry can be
gag.
good sometimes for some people, but then even like the big companies that do all these weird flavors, like mint chocolate chip and
Oh, you don't like mint?
No, I like mint, but the mint chocolate chip protein powder don't taste
Oh,
like mint
okay,
chocolate
okay,
chip, man.
yeah.
Tastes like mint chocolate assholes.
I will say this though. One thing I do is like a cheap pudding after I've eaten my dinner. If I don't do a shake, I'll get Greek yogurt and put a scoop of protein powder in it and mix it all up, and it kind of, in a weird way, tastes like cheesecake without the graham cracker. I mean, it's amazing what you'll fool yourself into liking when you've got no other options.
See, coffee is not bad, and to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's a tip for everybody. I'll make myself a little bit bigger here. They have a little tip for powder. And I used to do this in Korea. So if you go to the store and you get those little black coffee, like the granule packets, the instant coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, the packets of instant coffee. Put one of those in with your chocolate protein powder, right? When you mix it up and shake it up, and it tastes amazing. It's almost like that chocolatey coffee ice cream.
Like a mocha sort of thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really good.
As long as it's just the flavor, I can't.
Yeah, you throw the black coffee. You get a little bit of caffeine in there for your workout, right? A little pre-workout.
I couldn't. Whenever I take caffeine, I'm just like the whole day I'm like antsy and like anxious and everything. It's horrible.
Dude, you're the opposite of me. I can literally drink a Red Bull and fall asleep. It has zero impact on me whatsoever.
Yeah, it's good. I used to do it because mixed coffee. That's in Korea. They got a lot of mixed coffee, and that's what I used to do. I used to grab a thing of mixed coffee. and throw it in there. In Korea, they have the black ones where it's just black. There's no sugar added.
So would any instant coffee do?
Any
Like
instant coffee.
a
Well, I
jar
mean,
of
Folgers.
Nescafe instant.
Folgers, it's gonna taste a bit weird. I guess if you put a little bit in, because Folgers is very like that Folgers instant that comes in the big glass jars that looks all crystallized and stuff. That tastes kind of like burnt ass, right? So, I would prefer the Korean kind, come in little packets. I'm sure they have like Folgers or somebody makes them now too, the little instant packets, where it almost looks like little chocolate balls that dissolve, and it doesn't taste like burnt ass. So, I mean, I guess if you put a little less Folgers in it, it might not taste like burnt ass, but
It just tastes slightly less like burnt ass.
yeah. But anyway, that's that. But
anyway, about the game.
What about Fulham? There wasn't a whole lot.
I don't know if you guys noticed, I've literally not said anything for like over 30 minutes.
We've listened. I noticed.
You do? You noticed me?
What were your thoughts about Son? Did you think Son played well today, C Cubed?
No, he was shite, man. The worst player on the pitch. Not enough energy.
At last, you've seen the light.
Just really not enough energy, you know?
I think Richarlison really helped him today.
The energy from Richarlison.
Do you think that Richie, like, you know, he might have like, you know, put his arm around him, then, you know, Sonny was able to absorb some of that, you know, limitless energy that Richie has.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
and then he just like, it's just this aura of energy that like Richie has, and everybody can feel it. And then he's like, hey, I'm just going to give you all the energy. And it's like a glowing blue light of aura, and it just sends everybody like vibrates.
Sonny's going to have the bleach blonde Mohegan going on.
I hope he does.
No, I'm
G-Dragon blonde.
Obviously, I think that Richie had a good
probably
game.
have no idea who G-Dragon is, do you?
I do.
There you go. Bix Coffee does.
Korean.
Just Google it. G-Dragon. I'm not gonna show you.
Today's game from Spurs. This is actually I thought it was actually like really. I was actually quite happy with the way we broke their press and the way we were moving the ball around.
Better.
Like we're so much better. I thought today we were so well. The way we were passing
better.
the ball around.
Bentancur was back too. I think that helped.
You don't think we were good the way we were moving the ball around? Like if you exclude like the last like 10 minutes. The last like 10 minutes.
But I honestly, I think having ball playing centre, like
I think Longley, Romero being back was like a huge help.
Centre halves or like, you know, people in our defence actually takes a lot of weight off the midfield.
Because it didn't seem like there was any point where we couldn't get past their press. I mean, they didn't.
No, exactly.
Like they pressed because I watched them press,
and we always got through it. Yeah.
But it didn't seem like they were pressing because we were breaking it very easily. Like it wasn't even an effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt like routine. There was a point in the game where I was just like, okay, they're gonna press now and we're gonna go on the attack, and it's like. It just felt like
even in the last 10 minutes when we were shaky, when we actually got the ball, we were out of our own half pretty quick. You know what I mean? So either they suck.
The transition from back to front was back to front was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Where in the past games there was no real transition from back to front.
Yeah. I agree.
And I think Longley
along the back,
I think Longley and Romero absolutely stood out in that respect.
100%.
I think Richarlison, honestly, the way that he played, like he should have had a goal and 2 assists today. That pass to Cess, when he who did he win it off of? I don't remember, but it was like a Fulham player, and he like fell over. And the ref didn't give a call, and he books it down the line, and he crosses it in, and then Cess like puts it wide, like just wide, like I think Leno saved it or whatever. That should have been a goal, and then he should have scored, but obviously it was like barely millimeters offside. And then his assist. So I don't know. I just think he played better than
what I was most I guess, pleased with or optimistic in regards to the game was I felt like it was probably the most consistent game we've had in a while, where it wasn't like we had this really sluggish start and a really shit first half, and then somehow came back in the second half and came up from behind and picked it back up, or the other where we came out really well, and then the second half we just completely lost our shit. So I keep saying this over and over again, but I feel like we cannot string two halves together and play consistently throughout two halves for a full game. We're either not good in the first half or not good in the second half, and we somehow make up for it and end up, hopefully a win or a draw. And so I felt like it was the most consistent performance from start to finish of the game that we've had in a long time. And that was good also, the fact that it still maintained that level of not dropping off too much or anything like that once Kane and Son came off. I felt just there wasn't that many minutes left, but still I was like, oh, okay, we're able to maintain and if anything, Richie got more dangerous, right? Once Kane came off, right? And so I think that that whole thing of us staying consistent throughout the game made me more about the future. I felt like that, if anything, was the most promising.
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy how then we have 2 goals disallowed, and then we had 2 different shots hit the post, and Hugo was standing on his head at least 2-3 times that game, and it was still a nail biter in the end. I mean, I was Will, I heard you mention earlier, I think when I was watching, that you were worried that we might even end up getting the draw there at the end after Mitrovic got that first one.
Yeah.
That
they
was
brought on Dan James and William, I think, is when they kind of changed.
What the storyline would have been if Dan James,
Carlos Vinicius would have scored.
If
William,
any of those three,
any of those three.
Oh my God, that would have been such a. I think Spurs Twitter would have lost their damn minds. But
I can't do William. I just can't. I can't.
Yeah, their subs kind of changed when they came on. The tempo kind of changed a little bit, and I thought it was that added a little bit of something to the game, But
yeah. Every time there was a ball that was flinged into the box and Mitrovic was around, I can't lie. I was a bit worried.
all he's got to do is get a foot on it. You know what I mean?
I was watching it at the pub at the Scotland Yard, and my dad was at home watching it, and at the 82nd minute when Mitrovic scored and Romero had that stinker, we saw that, right? It moved on, and then I get a text 2 minutes later, at the 89th minute or something. My dad goes, "Romero is shit." And my hands are on my eyes, and I'm waiting for a second goal and a Romero mistake. And the whole game, I'm just watching. I'm like, please no. And basically, what ended up happening was he was just extremely late to tell me that Romero had a mistake in the 82nd minute. And the whole time I was watching the screen, he's gonna make a mistake. And when we won, I let out a scream because I was like, yeah, no mistake. But yeah,
Paul. Sometimes I'll watch the game in the garage or something like that, and then Paul was watching in the living room, and he had a game today, so we were watching it before he was getting ready. And I kind of upstairs, first thing he said was like, "Charleston shit." I was like, "Good man."
No, he doesn't see the energy.
No, he sees the technical mistakes.
What? But Charleston had a good game, I think, for him.
I thought
it was in the first half. He was real sloppy in the first half. He was giving the ball away a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, there was 3
But, if we're going to...
attacking. Sorry.
I
was going to say there was 3 times we were attacking, and he just gave the ball away, and it was really frustrating. Sorry, go ahead, Q.
He kind of tracked back, though, right? He did kind of track back.
That he is.
He kind of tracked back.
I seen him tracking back a few times, getting hefty on the ball. That was, Kulu does the same shit, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I think that interesting thing is that Kane and Son were taken off. Richie played the entire game, which I think was great for him, and great for us as well.
That sounded sarcastic.
What's that?
That sounded very sarcastic.
No, actually, I think she's being. I think she's being sincere.
She's being serious.
I'll be honest. That I was being completely not sarcastic. I just can't help being sarcastic sometimes. I can't help it. I'm sarcastic so much that even when I'm not trying to be sarcastic, it still comes out as sarcastic.
Yeah.
I seriously mean, I'm not being sarcastic, that it was interesting that Kane and Son came off. I thought that was a good thing so that they can rest, and that Kane for once is able to rest. He earned it. He's been scoring goals. He earns his break before the big game. And I thought that it was also good that Richie was able to play the full game and everybody got to see him, and so no sarcasm. I'm being sincere and genuine. It's from my heart.
Sincere and genuine. And
a lot of those results went our way, by the way.
By the way,
I mean, this is
Chelsea West Ham. That is a disgraceful decision. That has to be one of the worst decisions I've ever seen VAR have. Period.
I didn't watch it, so
the guy, the wind blew on Mendy. And the guy acted like he's just been stepped on. It was the biggest disgrace of a call I've ever seen. You know what always happens in the Premier League?
Somebody get a red card or a penalty or what?
No, okay, so West Ham scored late to level at 2-2, and pretty much Jared Bowen was running to a ball. Mendy got to it first. He jumped over him, barely any contact, and the referees disallowed the goal. Biggest disgrace. And you know what always happens in the Premier League, which is starting to catch me? I'm seeing now every season they have like a 50-minute documentary on how the rules are being changed, how we're gonna let challenges go, and then after match week 5, these calls continue.
Yeah, but let's talk about the rest of the results on the day today, because there were some shocking ones for me.
I saw
the first one. The first one wasn't that shocking for me. Liverpool. I'm sorry. I know there are Spurs fans out there that like to defend Liverpool to the hilt, but they are a shadow of the team that they were last season.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they are. They're winning the ball back. The lack of the Mane press, so evident that it's not even funny.
At them from Munich. Somewhere in Munich, Mane is laughing at them.
And he isn't, because they're third behind Dortmund and
exactly. He shouldn't be laughing. They're third place. They got
but he's laughing
to click on the stats tab
because they just underappreciated him. I do think that Mane was underappreciated, by the way.
Yeah, that's true.
But people act like they're having this huge injury crisis. 10 people are in. No, right? Joe Gomez is a regular starter for them. Van Dijk's regular starter. Tsimikas played lots of minutes last season. Regular rotation for Robertson. I know Robertson's injured right now. Or Trent.
Goats is Tsimikas. Sorry.
Tsimikas can play just fine, right? You got Fabinho, who plays in the midfield. Harvey Elliott and Cavarlo, or whatever his name is. Cavarlo. I don't speak Portuguese. But Harvey Elliott is supposed to be this big baller that everybody's talking about. They don't have Henderson and they don't have the older people in their midfield, but Liverpool's midfield is old and aged anyway, right? Thiago's out, but he misses half the season every year, right? He's not reliable. But regardless of how good of a player he is when he's fit, he's not fit. He's just not. Hasn't been for a while. And then their front three is fine. That's their front three. So where is all of this injury crisis that they're going through right now?
I feel like every single time Liverpool are playing bad, the first thing you hear is injury crisis.
Yeah, but they're not. You got Robertson's on the bench, who was subbed in, who's back from injury now. Matip's on the bench. Don't know who this guy is. Phillips, just a regular signer. Milner's there. Arthur, Firmino, Jota.
Rest in peace.
You know what I mean?
Stefan Bogchik got the rough end of that one.
I don't know who that guy is.
The way you just combed over this man.
But I mean, they still have depth on the bench, man. So where is this injury crisis that's the reason for these 0-0 draws?
Darwin
coming
Nunes
from?
isn't there, Will. He's ponying
Darwin
his
Nunes
little
was
bun.
suspended for headbutting people. That's
But his
his
little
own damn
bun
fault.
gives everyone energy. It's like a beacon of hope when you run behind it and you see it jiggling.
I will say though, for 0-0, that game was very entertaining. For 0-0.
Oh, it was entertaining.
Yeah, it's
I
always
didn't feel like
Liverpool
waking up
weren't-
for that one.
Yeah, I wasn't getting up at 5 a.m. for
I
that
was
shit.
up at 7:30 in the morning for that, and it was worth it.
Yeah, like for me, the Liverpool games are always entertaining, and they have a chance. Like even last week when they got lucky in getting the full 3 points. I guess it would. Yeah,
Well, no, because I was 9-0
midweek.
against Bournemouth.
No,
No, last game
2-1
against Newcastle. Yeah.
Newcastle.
yeah,
they barely.
That
they
one
barely
shouldn't even have
squeaked
been a
one
win
out.
on. They got like 5 extra minutes, and they were supposed.
Yeah, 3 or 4 extra minutes after the 5 minutes was up, and the referee just wouldn't blow the whistle. He's like, he's just gonna keep the game going until Liverpool finally scores. Then when they score, burp, burp, it's like, okay, I see what's going on. But no, they for me, man, they did not seem like they don't seem like they seem like a lion who had his teeth pulled. They just don't have that same bite with Almane, man. But then this one surprised me too, dude. Brentford 5-2. Ivan Toney with a hat trick.
I didn't even see that one.
Oh
my god! I took him out of my
Did
fantasy
you
team
see his
last
photo,
week.
Will, of him holding the game ball like a little baby?
It's his first Prem hat trick, though, bro. You gotta let him.
I mean,
him.
no, I just thought it was sweet. Like he was looking at it like it was his firstborn child, and I thought that was a sweet moment.
He had a beautiful free kick, man. He had a beautiful.
I like
That free kick was amazing.
I've just taken him off my fantasy team.
He tweeted about people like you, Dan. He said, "Shout out all the people who took me off their fantasy team."
God.
Yeah, but
I don't know what it is. I have a fantasy team curse. Every time I put a player on my fantasy team and they're on form, they get off form, and then when I take them out,
someone out of your team, Dan. Take someone out of your team, Dan.
I think that's what it is. And
Take
as soon as
someone
I
out of your
take Kane
team,
out,
Dan.
I've done.
Wait,
that. I've
is
done
Son
that.
in your team?
I've done that weeks ago.
You
I've
took
done
him
that
out weeks ago?
Yeah, and I replaced him with Richarlison. Richarlison's still on form, but no, I'm just saying. I haven't taken him out for Richarlison. I took him out for James Ward-Prowse.
It's even worse.
You would. That's so
but
predictable, Ted.
No, I've had him since game week 1, James Ward-Prowse. I'm not even joking on that one. But I switched him for Zaha.
That's all right.
Yeah, Ivan Toney's a serious player. Somebody needs to pick him up. Some top 6 club.
Well, you guys remember this? I was Harlan for Ivan Toney forever, dude. For 2 years now. Even when he was playing before he went to Brentford, I was calling for Ivan Toney, dude. People told me no, he's not proven. Blah, blah, blah. Dude,
I like Dread Ivan Toney the most.
So
he was nasty with them dreads. He was like an animal. And I don't know why he cut him.
Yeah. Even when he was League One, then in the Championship, and he was, the Golden Boot in the Championship that season. And then, I mean, he had a decent first season where he had 12 goals last season.
You think he can make it to the World Cup team, World Cup squad?
What country is he
for England?
Yeah,
he's
English.
an English player.
No, not a chance.
No
Yeah, he's
shot.
England.
Yeah, he's English.
You don't think he has a shot at like being like a backup striker?
Maybe backup.
Oh wait,
Not
maybe
unless-
on the bench, but
Not unless he convinced Southgate to hang out with them. You know Southgate only wants to play his buddies.
He'll just bring in another
Depends on
right
what
back.
happens with Bamford.
Yeah.
No, Bamford ain't. Bamford's like injured again, man. He hasn't played at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fragile.
If Bamford comes back, he'll walk into the England squad.
I don't know.
I think Tammy Abraham's got that
Tammy
backup.
Abraham is the one who's rocking that backup now. But
Especially under Jose
I think
Mourinho,
Tony's
he makes
probably
strikers.
better than Abraham, to be honest with you.
Jose
he's a bit
Mourinho
older.
makes strikers amazing. So why wouldn't you want to pick Tammy Abraham?
It'd kind of be like, it's kind of a cool story, Ivan Toney, too. He came up, played for Newcastle, came through Newcastle, kind of played for Newcastle for a couple years, didn't do well, got sold off down to like League One, League Two, and then fought his way back into the Prem, man. And he's now 25, 26, he's kicking some ass, dude. I think in a team that creates more chances, I think you'd see a lot more goals out of that dude. In fact, he has to create a lot.
That's the thing I really like about Ivan Toney. He's a very creative striker. If you look at the way he plays a lot like Harry Kane. Drops deep, connects passes.
He kind of grew into that though, right? Like he didn't start out like that. I feel like as Brentford got better, he kind of progressed into that player who helped create for Mbueno or Taco Bueno, whatever his name is.
And he's got that energy.
He was struggling, I think, the beginning of last season, right? And then he really, when Eriksen
came in, yeah. I think that's what I'm saying.
he really kicked off. And then he's still doing well now, even though Eriksen left. And I just wonder whether or not it was like, Eriksen kind of like changed a little bit of the way that Brentford were kind of doing, like playing, And I wonder if like Ivan Toney just sort of took some of that and was just like, all right, let me just run with this now.
Yeah, and look, man, Brentford's playing way better than Manchester United. Although I hope Manchester United plays really well tomorrow.
Yeah, Eriksen's stupid. He should have stayed at Brentford.
This one surprised me a bit too. Newcastle, Crystal Palace 0-0. I thought there would be a lot more to that. I thought Newcastle would go in and get all the points there.
Sam Max Eximin is injured, so I think that's why they have no creativity. Saint Max XX.
And this one too, man. Last time I checked, when I was watching our game or whatever, Nottingham Forest was up 2-1. I thought Nottingham would clear it up. Next thing I knew, boom, bam, Bournemouth.
Wow.
Oh shit! It was 2-0 when I saw. I thought I saw 2-0.
I stopped looking at that score when it was 2-0 as well.
Yeah, they got that.
Hey, big up the fucking cherries.
So Bournemouth's got that after manager sacking glow going on. You know how like all these after they get their manager sacked, they're just like they do really well the next game somehow. Like they win the next game. They got that afterglow, man. They got that after sacking glow.
It's easy to motivate them because this is like Nottingham, right? So they've played them a bunch of twice in the championship, and they're like, we did the double over them in the championship. So
it was after sacking glow.
Getting relegated.
By the way, Scott.
Yeah, Bournemouth's going down.
Richarlison is not dog shit, please. Scott.
And then obviously that's our result here. No real surprises here. Wolves can't score
because they didn't put Adama Traore in soon enough. They should have put him in sooner in the game. They should start him from the jump.
And they're playing Southampton, so
I thought this would be a bigger score. Wolves are not performing well.
This one was a big of a shock because Aston Villa has played like absolute ball sack.
Honestly, they were good for the draw, by the way.
They should have won that.
They were good for that draw.
That Philip Coutinho
I think they earned it. But Holland again scoring again, now sitting on 10 goals.
And why didn't VAR look at that and
Did you see Kevin De Bruyne's ball? The ball to Haaland?
Yeah,
no.
I was left stunned. I was left staring at the screen for like an extra 5
I don't know. All those people that said Haaland would struggle in his first season.
Not me. I wasn't one of them. I told people
I'm not
the
saying
numbers
you
didn't
was,
lie.
I'll hold my hands up.
There
and
was
say I was
plenty of people that said that, and
Dan,
I'm like, hell no.
hold your hands up, Dan.
No, I just think that this will be his, in terms of stats.
Did you say that, Dan?
This will be his worst season in the Premier League and his career.
Dan, did you
in
say
terms of
that?
stats.
No, the dude's on track right now to get like 50 goals in the league.
Yeah, he's a monster.
I said that he could. I said that he could struggle. I wasn't sure, but I still I said that he could struggle.
I didn't think it'd be this quick. I didn't think it'd be this quick. I thought it'd take like 2-3 games before he did anything. Instead, he's already got 2 hatties. That's crazy.
But not 50 in all comps. 50 in the league is what he's trying to do right now.
But keep in mind,
record by the way is 34.
But he doesn't have.
Keep in mind, City does create a lot of chances, though. Okay, if you got KDB, feeding you balls,
Jesus
okay, like
last season, and he only scored 14, right? So it is what it is.
I'm just saying, like, basically, like it helps that he's in Man City, though. If he's going to be anywhere,
I think
he's one of those good. That sorry, go ahead, Will.
No, I was just saying. I think he's good for an injury though. Sometime a long one too.
Yeah,
2 to 3 months.
Yeah,
at some point in the season.
He'll like do really well, and then he'll be injured for like a couple of games.
And then that's why Man City will struggle in the Champions League.
No, because there's no World Cup. So there's 2 months off where he's not doing anything, and nobody's doing anything because it's a World Cup. So
I think Stevie G saved his job for another week.
Yeah,
with
true.
this. You know, I reckon he'll be close to.
I think
to being out
who
the
do they play
door.
next week? Because I was hearing talks about an El Sacico next week. Who are they playing next week? Villa?
Aston Villa is playing
Leicester. Yeah, that's an El Sacico right there. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Leicester and Southampton, Leeds, Forest.
But
They got
Poch's
a
gonna
pretty
replace
easy
him.
run there.
Poch is coming into Leicester.
Yeah, does that
Poch going
give
to
what's his
Leicester?
Well, he's the favorite to take the job.
Did Rodgers get sacked?
Well, no, but like the odds are like you know how they have odds for like managers.
Did you see how short he was? I didn't know he was that small.
Will just disappeared.
I didn't mean to kick myself. I hit the wrong button.
Kicked yourself out, bro.
Well, I just hit the back button on the wrong window. That's what happens when you hit
Find
push one.
I have the post on Instagram of the
The one where he looks really short. That one.
But
Yeah, I mean, Aston Villa should have won that. They had chances to win it at the end.
I was looking at this window, like the one that we're on, instead of the one over here that actually has this, like this background on it. So I clicked back on that. But, let's see. Go back again. But yeah, Manchester City, Aston Villa 1-1. City dropping points again, which is good. That means they're level with us now on points. You know, we got Leicester and Brighton tomorrow. Brighton should win that. And then Arsenal, Man United.
Come on, Man United.
Let's go,
Come on,
United.
United. Come on,
Who do
United.
you think's winning? Who do you think is winning out of Man United and Arsenal?
I think
it's gonna be a five. It's gonna be a 5-0 win to Man
Everybody's
United.
talking at once. Can't hear anybody.
It's at Old Trafford, right?
Yeah, it's at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
I want Arsenal to lose, but I think they'll win. Because that'll help us shorten the gap. They'll only
3-2
be 1
United.
point out of.
3-2 United.
I hope so,
Gotta
man.
be a
Because
draw.
United pulled one out against Liverpool at home too. So, and Arsenal United is a kind of a similar rivalry, right? So
Yeah, and Arsenal have like a bad curse at Old Trafford, so
that they do.
And they haven't played anyone.
I sort of want Brighton to win as well. So
Brighton will win.
Manchester City
Brighton
versus
should win
Tottenham.
and get 3 points clear of Chelsea, which would be good for us.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans are looking at that next fixture and they're putting their hands together because one of us or City will drop points. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But next week, Manchester City versus
We
Tottenham.
can beat City, honestly.
Yeah, but
Of
like,
course we could beat City. They're Man City and we're Tottenham. It's like
no, but like
you guys keep chatting. I gotta go to the restaurant. I'll be right back.
So,
go ahead.
Digressing slightly, I didn't get to talk about the most like amazing thing about the Fulham game. Kane did not take a free kick. The free kick, Dyer, like, woo! But then, even though Dyer totally did just as
Not
bad
that
as
was
Kane,
spectacular. Yeah,
but
Dyer's
that free kick was horrible.
it was just as awful as kicks are. He just kicked it right into the wall. But
Sonny was going to take it.
But just the fact that he took it, I was like, yes, like they know the truth that Kane shouldn't be taking them.
they have seen the light.
Honestly, though, I think it was because of how far out it was. If that was
Exactly,
closer,
I was about-
I
just about to
guarantee
say that.
you, Kane would have
If that
took
was
that
closer-
ball, planted it, and told everyone to back off.
Yeah, they did. So this set piece coach is doing some work because when they were taking the free kick, our wall, because we had a wall as well, they were behind their wall, and then as Dyer, I think it was, ran up, our wall went in front of their wall,
And
and
we
it was
hit
like,
with our own players, right?
I was like, what is that?
Yeah,
dude?
like
This is
absolute fools.
No,
We hit our own wall.
But you
And
see
we
the
brought our
results
wall
from the
closer.
set piece.
Can I pose a question to everybody?
on the corners though.
Yeah.
Jacob?
Do we have a choice? Is that a trick question?
Mr. Groves, no, you do not. So my question for everybody, including you, Mr. Grovesy, I have a theory that maybe Youngman Daddy be best served not taking corners ever again, and maybe sitting kind of at the top of the box for a rebound or something where he could just get the ball kind of out in space at the top of the box. That's kind of what I think.
Or Perisic.
As far as these corners go, because I'm kind of tired of him taking corners, to be honest.
You know what?
What about in the scenario where, like, for example, in the first half where Perisic is on the bench?
So then, yeah, Son would take him then.
I don't mind Son taking the corners because, let's be honest, how often, like most of the corner, like the set piece, like there's a few times you do like a short corner, right? You kick it in and then you do like a short kick into the corner, which is what he does quite a bit. But I think most of the time set pieces, like you're hoping to head the ball in, and Sonny's not a great header. So like, I just feel like I don't mind him taking the corner and maybe getting like.
Well, that's not. You don't need him doing headers on the outside of the box. What I'm saying is, when it goes off a couple heads, a couple feet, it's going to land on someone on the outside of the box. And typically, it's been for Bentancur. And I'm sorry, but that dude can't shoot. So I'm just thinking, you put someone out there who can shoot off the left or the right foot, and that's obviously Heung-min Son or Harry Kane. But you want Harry Kane in the box along with Dyer and your other big boys. I'm saying Son to be kind of lurking on the outside of the box, not getting marked, and just kind of waiting for a rebound. That's what I think. I don't know if that would call for him to do more defensively.
Corners then who else besides Son and Perisic?
Well, basically, okay, so like
Kim Hong has a good suggestion. Let's have Emerson on
splitting
corners.
it right now. If Perisic and Son are both on the pitch, they split it. So they each like take a side or whatever. But Son, I don't know. I don't mind him still being on corners. I actually really resent it. People that keep saying that he's like bad at corners. He's not bad at corners. He is not good at headers. I'll give you that. He's not good at his weakness is on hold up play, but he is a good corner like taker. Like he's Perisic is I'm yet to see like how Perisic is for us.
I just feel like someone can take corners as well as Sonny does, and his skill set would be really good. I think for like kind of just what I was talking about earlier. I don't know. I mean, yes, I understand, but that might also require him to do more defensively or track back, like say that they get some kind of counterattack off of our corner. But I don't know. It's just a thought I've been having because lately I've been seeing his corners, and it looked like Romero was trying to pop that one up, but Longleg kind of stole it and tried to do something with it. But I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about.
Aaron Son is not willful at corners. What do you mean he's not? Everybody.
You're right.
I don't know why people are saying that. 3 out of the 4 headers that Kane scored at the end of last season were from a set piece corner from a Son kick. Okay.
He's not woeful at corners. He's dog shit at corners.
He has had a bad corner kick. He has had a bad corner kick, but also Perisic has also had a bad corner kick. Actually, the Chelsea goal, Kane goal, that Perisic corner kick, they had to do over it, right? So originally Perisic's first corner was really shit, actually. And then the second corner was a really good corner kick, and then Kane scored. So, Perisic has taken a bad corner kick before too. I don't know if Perisic is better than Sonny at corners. I think he probably is, but that doesn't equate to Son is shit at corners because he's not, because he's proven that had multiple people score from his corner kicks.
Well, you're right. He's not shit at corners. He's dog shit at corners.
Putting Son.
He's solid at corners. He's not a specialist, but I think he's solid. He's okay.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, last season we do a lot of.
Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
No, I was just gonna say last season we would do a lot of like build-up plays on corners, and like we do like a plan where you could see that they were beforehand. They were like, all right, we're gonna do 1-2 here, and he's gonna cross the ball, and they would do it multiple times every single part of the game. But Son, like when you need a goal from a corner, and you have Perisic on the pitch, there's no reason to have Son taking corners. But he's not a bad corner taker.
Well, that's what I said. I said Perisic is probably better at corners than Son. I said that we haven't seen a long run yet of Perisic taking corners versus Son. So I can't be definitive, but I think that likely Perisic is better than Son at corners. But to say that Son is woeful at corners is just not true.
I think having
Like
Son at the top of the
he's not woeful at corners. He's not dog shit at corners. Like he is. There's a reason why he's been taking corners. Like he is not bad at corners. He's not a free kick like merchant. You know, he's not like that's his specialty. Like that's not what it is. But the reason why he's taking corners is because he's the best person before Perisic had come on to take corners, and he was not bad at corners.
Yeah, but he's better at finishing. So if you put him at the top of the box, he'll put 1 or 2 in, I think. But yeah,
that's fine. Like I don't think that like Jacob's idea is bad. I'm just like contesting with the chat that's saying that Sonny is bad at corners because it's like not true.
We were linked with the Napoli player Huicha. I don't know if you guys know him in the winter window, and he's playing for Napoli now, and he has like I think 4 goals in 5 games or something like that. And
That
he's
Georgian kid?
Yeah, the Georgian guy. Yeah. He's done really well there, and he's scored some really good goals. But he's done this a lot where he's just on the top of the box. And I wouldn't say he's as good as Sonny because Sonny's like world class, but he's similar profile to Sonny. And having him there, he scored like maybe 2 goals I think from the top of the box for Napoli. So could be a shout. Jacob could have something there. It's a really hockey thing to do, though. Like top of the paint.
Yeah.
Top of the paint, just fucking
put your snipers out there where they can shoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who else can curl it from outside the box on the left foot, the right foot, the middle foot? If you know what I'm talking about.
Only
Why is
middle foot?
So do we think Dyer is going to be? I know I'm just changing the subject.
You're trying
Do
to
you
not
think
talk
that
about Sonny's
Dyer-
third leg, but that's fine.
I'm actually
That's
trying
fine.
to like not talk about Son because I'll just get upset because I'm reading the chat right now and I'm just trying to not get into it. But do we think that Dyer is going to? Is he like gonna take the free kicks now? Since he like the one today, like does that mean he is going to take the free kicks?
I don't think there's one set piece free
No,
kick
I'm-
taker, to be honest. I
I'm
just think
talking
they
I
are.
say give it to Perisic. Fuck it.
No, I think
free
Dyer's a
kick?
decent free kick taker. I don't think one bad free kick is going to define his free kick ability. I think he's a decent free kick taker, but we've got better free kick takers on the pitch like Perisic. I'd even say Sonny's a pretty good free kick taker. He scored a few for South Korea.
Mhm.
So I'd give Sonny
Fair
a few.
shout.
Or
Yeah.
us
How many goals has Dyer got from free kicks?
0.
But he's not going to score a goal if he's never taken a free kick, Shane.
0. He has.
Yeah, but he's got one. No, he's gotten one against Leeds. Well, if you want to count it like one because it was a good free kick. It hit the
No,
post.
he
and then
got
it
the
passed
one
the
against
regular.
against Russia at the World Cup. I remember that one. A beautiful free kick.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's not
pretty
for
much
Spurs, so...
Yeah.
He's never taken for Spurs.
Yes, he
Well,
has.
you know what's funny
Yeah,
is that
he
Dyer had
has.
very,
Take him all
very,
the time.
very, very rare. No, I've never seen a free kick from Dyer that's been poor. Unlike today, this was like the only one.
Well, I was like
Either
today
way,
there was one that was poor.
I've
I think Eric
rarely
Dyer's
seen a free kick.
His free kick efforts is not that bad, to be quite honest.
Yeah,
He's a
it's
solid
not.
free
In
kick.
the,
Like he's
Go
not
ahead.
banging him in top corner, but I think it's pretty good, to be honest. I don't know.
In the
Who'd
training
you say,
pitch,
Abdul? I'm sorry, I didn't hear who you said.
Yeah, for Eric Dyer, I'm not fussing
Oh.
about if Eric Dyer takes a free kick because I don't see him as like a terrible free kick taker. It may not go in, but it's like it's a free kick. You can't really.
I think
you
it's
can't really
anybody
put too much
taking it
stress
over
on that.
Kane is ideal at this point. Anybody. I'm not opposed to anybody taking it. Whoever, give him a couple tries. That's my opinion.
because in the training pitch you have Kane, Dyer, and Son on the free kicks on the training ground, and I think because Dyer used to play midfield, right? So I think having Dyer in there,
Apparently, Basuma's even been practicing his free kick. So there was like some
his long shots are good.
training.
Suma's long shots are
Yeah,
good.
but he's got to play first before he gets on the free kick.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe even Toyberry can do it. I don't know. Whatever, Decky maybe. I don't know. But like, give other people a shot. And yes, mixed coffee. I'm talking about it again because I will always talk about Kane and free kicks for as long as he is taking them until it shows that he is not taking them, definitively not taking them again. So
I think Basuma getting the yellow card in the West Ham game kind of rattled him.
Yeah, it was super early.
Yeah, I think that yellow card, I think it made him like less
timid.
Yeah, very timid. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
So
he's got quite. I wouldn't say he's aggressive, but he's a very physical player as well.
And that's the best part of his game.
Yeah.
Right. So if he's on a yellow in a derby like that,
And you're second guessing yourself going into a challenge because you don't want to pick up a second yellow. I mean,
and it's his first real full start for
First
the team,
game,
and he doesn't want to get sent off. You know what I mean? Because that's a good look.
Yeah,
he's a great midfielder.
But that call was strange, though. That call was strange. Like, it wasn't even a foul.
It was like off the ball, right? The one you're talking about that he
bounces
slammed the
ball
ball
on the ground in frustration of himself for walking backwards and bouncing into the guy, and like the referee gives him the yellow card. I understand if you're like screaming at the referee and you're throwing the ball on the ground and you're cursing at the referee, throwing fingers at the referee, but if it's just frustration on
I'm
yourself.
sorry, the ref in that West Ham game.
He reacted to the crowd.
As far as Tottenham were concerned, was hot shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cards he was throwing at us that he wasn't throwing to West Ham players doing similar things.
Yeah.
Was fucking ridiculous.
Declan Rice tried to break Højbjerg's ankle, but he was like, "Nah, that's cool. That's fine."
The best part was the commentator saying it was a great challenge.
Oh, I know. I hate the people who be broadcasting in America, man. It'd be pissing me off.
Whoever was listening to the Canadian one, it's I forget his fucking name, but he's an ex-player. And any time that arsewipe commentates a Tottenham game,
Tottenham, he always shits on us.
he
always.
never has a nice thing to say about
every
fucking
time.
Spurs.
Yeah,
ever, and I fucking hate him.
I completely agree with you, Jason.
It's not Steve Nicol, is it?
No, it's not. He used to play for Aston Villa, like back in the day.
I know the dude you're talking about. He's on ESPN, isn't he?
I can't remember. Decent player, but fuck, he shits on Tottenham when he commentates.
Yeah,
like anything we do, he won't praise. Kind of annoys me.
If that's a commentator, the guy that I think you're talking about from ESPN, if he's a football commentator,
it's Andy something or other.
I think I know who you're talking about. That guy is. I completely agree with. When we were doing the preseason runs, he was talking on ESPN. I think on like, I don't understand why they're doing it. It's useless. These training methods are pointless.
It's Andy Townsend. That's who's commentating on the Canadian one.
I don't know who that is, but yeah, he's the guy that I'm thinking about.
He's an ex-Villa player. Oh, what a dickhead!
Oh, Andy Townsend. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Even when he was, even when like I was watching DAZN last season and the season before, he never had anything good to say about our team. It was like so annoying.
Yeah. Right, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we're the shining beacon of light and everyone should praise us, but like, credit where it's due. But it was like mate was saying, it was like, when they did an awful tackle, he's like, oh, that was a good tackle. He's like, what? The one where he nearly broke his ankle?
Yeah.
Like,
but I think, if we give Basuma a bit of time, I think that game was like an outlier. Hopefully.
Did anyone see Conte's press conference?
Yeah.
I read
the quotes. I read the quotes.
Same, Dan.
He was actually full of praise, like for Longley and stuff, like, and Richarlison actually.
Yeah, Longley had a good
Sonny.
game.
And
You're talking about the energy.
He's good about that. I feel like he's pretty good about that. Like when people like kind of make their debut or they haven't been in the team for a while and stuff. Like I remember, was it like North London? Like one of the, I think it was the North London Derby or something. Then people kept trying to like pump up Kane and Son and like talk about them, and then he kept bringing up like Sanchez was really great. You know, he hasn't played a game for us in like, was it like 3 months or something like that? And he was like, yeah, you know. So he kept trying to like talk about how like great Sanchez was, given that he hasn't played a game for us in like months.
He didn't
What is it that he calls him? Patron?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what they call
yeah.
him in the team. I think.
Love that nickname.
Yeah. So I think he's like good. I don't think that he's just being it like PR about it or anything. I don't think that he's just doing it for the sake of doing it. But I think that he does recognize that like he wants to like spotlight people when he feels like they like should get spotlighted, you know, and get their due, and like people are not noticing. Because also like he had a lot of praise for Richie because obviously he came in and had his full game, his first start, so it was really great. But everybody's talking about Richie and nobody was talking about Longley, like in the press conference, asking about questions about him. They kept asking about Richie over and over again. And it was Conte that was like, yeah, Richie's really great. He did a great job. And then he was like, but also Longley. And he was trying to like include him in there because he did do a good job.
Yeah.
And like nobody was asking.
You know what I liked about what he said about Longley? Because you know he's really big on players learning his system. And I'm fairly certain he said like Longley's picked up the way he wants us to play, sort of thing, which means he's going to get a bit more game time. So yeah, completely agree.
And I reckon he deserves, deserves more game time after the game he had today. Yeah, he didn't get as forward as Ben Davies does, but that wasn't his role today. His role was to sort of sit back and defend more today.
Yeah. But guys, come on. We're playing Champions League for the first time in 3 years in like 2 days.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm pumped up. I think this will be the first Champions League show on the Will Stewart THFC channel. Am I right?
No, I was Philly. I was getting the kids to bed and stuff like that. So the younger ones.
Will, is this the first ever Champions League show on the channel? I think.
No.
Well, that's gonna be.
Maybe.
No. I think you had.
No, back in the day under Jose, we did some Champions League games.
No, that was Europa League.
Europa
League. Oh, the first the season he took over. The season he took over, I think there was a match. Yeah.
I started my channel in 2020. I want to say March of 2020, 2021. I don't remember. Might be.
Yeah.
Might be
the first ever video I came on. Like it was like Europa League. I think it was Dinamo Zagreb.
Oh no.
Dinamo Zagreb. I was coming on.
Yeah, it was Dinamo Zagreb. You're right.
Pissed. I was in the comments and I was like, I was like 12 at the time, I think. And I was like, I'm 12. Can I come on? And like, Cody's like, no. Cody's like, fuck it. Cody's like, fuck it, let him on. And then I come on, like I come on for 2 seconds, and then my battery dies. But it was honestly that was I think I've got to go back and see because I'm pretty sure that was like when I started Spurs YouTube, where it was like Europa League, and this is like the first time that Spurs YouTube community, because that was COVID time, and like when COVID is when all the Spurs YouTube channels started up.
Yeah,
and that's when we were out of the Champions League. So
my first live was man, I've done 384 shows.
Big up.
Did I disappear again?
No, you're still here.
Okay. My computer went a little bit weirdo for a second. Let's see, 384 live shows. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
It's nuts. Let's go all the way.
We're facing who? Marseille. Marseille's actually on an amazing run right now.
Not just that, their fans are crazy.
Yeah.
No, they have 5 wins and 1 draw in their League 8. They're second.
But that, like, I don't know why, but I just like woke up.
Zagreb was my first live.
Like an hour ago, it was like in my brain, I'm like, we're gonna hear Champions League music at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium again. Yeah. Like, oh my god, I feel like a kid like the day before Christmas. Like it's actually unbelievable.
I streamed way too much back then. March 19th, 2021 was my first live show.
Yeah, I think you used to do like the Q&As and then the bearded show and then like
from March 21st from March 19th to March 29th. So in 10 days I did 6 shows.
Jesus.
And then another one on April 1st.
Do you guys have any doubts against Marseille? Do you guys have any fears for them?
No, we're gonna smash them. It's
Really?
Champions League. We can't be negative on this one. It's Champions League.
They've invested a lot of money into their team.
They have. They have a lot of decent players on
They've
their
been
team.
fined by financial fair play. They have 4 ex-Arsenal players, so that's not exciting.
Yeah.
I think we should win, but it's not going to be as easy as people are making it out to be. But we do have to make our home a fortress. We cannot lose there because going away to Marseille, going away to Frankfurt, those are tough games. So just got to put our head down and try to win.
The game on Wednesday, the champion, is that on Spurs Stadium or that's in Tottenham Stadium?
That's
right?
at Tottenham
Stadium.
Tottenham, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a must win. You have to start.
It's a must win.
Wednesday's at home, yeah.
The champion. Like literally,
it's
it's
a
just like
must
it's running through my brain, that song continuously.
We're favorites to win, though.
undefeated.
Looks like.
Yeah, well,
We're usually favorites to win.
You gotta
until-
play
unless
like
you're
it.
a big team. Yeah, but that's
I'm more
usually
worried
the.
about Frankfurt and Marseille.
Now that Samuel or Simon, whoever is gone, we can talk about
holy
Marseille.
shit, we have 66% chance to what?
Yeah, 66% chance to win.
I mean, that's just like 12-year-old kids voting on that.
We don't have any line.
Yeah, who votes on that? How do they even draw that up?
Yeah,
it's by the bookies, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
There's
mostly-
there's Oracle, the company Oracle.
Yeah,
I know
They
that
have these
Red Bull sponsor from F1. That's all I know.
So Oracle is it's a computer company, software company, and a hardware company, and they have this giant supercomputer that does like 100,000 different scenarios, something like that, or it simulates the game over 100,000 times and pulls out, the majority of the wins based on statistics. Anyways, this big thing. It's pretty interesting if you think about it, and that's where they get a lot of these predictions from.
Yeah. So they have like a bunch of tests and just extremely precise prediction.
Well,
I think it's a must-win game for sure, though.
in football, it's really hard to predict stuff there. I mean, it's so unpredictable.
It's not hard to predict. It's hard to get it right, man. It's not hard to predict.
Oh yeah, it's hard to get it right, exactly.
And yeah,
Just saying, man, Marseille is a tough team. They're pretty good this year. It's not going to be as easy
Who are
as
their
people
four
think.
yeah. The recent matches here, looking up. Nobody.
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 You can say that everybody.
Draw with Real
team.
Betis.
Nobody,
Lost
nobody,
to AC
nobody,
Milan.
This is in preseason, though.
Yeah, no.
Lost 3-0
Lost
to
to
Norwich.
Middlesbrough.
They lost 3-0 to Norwich.
3-0 to Norwich. We're winning on Wednesday.
Let me see that Marseille team. Click that game. One of those.
Which one?
Bro.
This one?
Middlesbrough. Click Middlesbrough, I guess.
No, Norwich.
see the
We
Marseille-
battered Norwich 5-0. I want to see that one.
No, but I want to see. I want to
That-
see like who.
Why did it
Marseille
lock
have,
up on
'cause-
me?
You gotta click the arrow on the left.
No, I mean like I
Try.
couldn't scroll.
Oh, I guess
Because
maybe
there's
try
nothing to
Norwich. I
scroll
guess
to.
if there was no, it wasn't showing any.
No, but like this game, I don't care who we're playing, but the first game back in the Champions League is gonna be massive. Like, and the fans have to be buzzing because, and this is gonna be a big game, man. And like, hopefully we can go far in this competition. I don't think we're gonna win it, but like just to be in the competition.
Listen, mate, just to hear our fans singing that song earlier on. No, not that song.
Watching
the one
Tottenham on a Wednesday night. You play Thursday because your focus shot. My favorite song.
Oh,
I remember when we qualified for the Conference League. You made a stream and you started singing that song, and I was embarrassed. I was like, "What is this guy doing?"
Well, it's because they weren't Arsenal weren't in Europe at all, right?
Yeah, but like it's a Conference League.
Still, man, you gotta stick it to them whenever you can.
This might be the last time we'll sing that song in a couple of years. So we
Emerson Royale though playing in a Champions League night. I swear.
When is, if ever, Doherty gonna come back to 100% fitness. I'm like, what is
Emerson
going on?
wasn't our worst.
I'd
He
rather
wasn't our
see
worst
Jesse
wingback
Spence
on the
there,
day,
bro.
though. I thought Sessegnon was a lot worse than Emerson.
Really?
Yeah, but
I thought
I'm
Emerson
just
did. I
saying,
thought Emerson
Doherty,
played well.
I think that Doherty is a better wingback than Emerson, and so I'm like, when is he coming back? If at all?
Conte straight up said that he doesn't pick him because he doesn't provide as many guarantees as Emerson Royale. He said it like
That's
in his
because
press
he's not
conference.
100% fit.
No, he said he's fit. He said we've seen enough from him to know he's fit. He said, I choose the best starting 11 to win. I choose the team and the players that are going to give me the most guarantees. So if I pick a team that I think is the best team, it's going to give me the best chance to win. Like that's a verbatim quote.
That's what I
That's
like
so-
about Conte, though.
He don't.
'cause-
Yeah, he don't play. He
Well,
said
one of the other quotes they were
Well, that's
saying about how
depressing.
do you
That's
keep your.
just so depressing right now.
He says, "How do you keep your players happy?" And Conte went, "It ain't my job to keep them happy. It's their job to make me happy." Like,
Oh yeah, that I get.
You know
That
what
I
I mean?
get. But the Emerson thing is like, oh my God.
Emerson showing him something in training that Spence and Doherty and whoever else, Mora. No,
Emerson didn't have the worst game today. I will say that. Like see, my problem with the other guy is he never seems to fully give her. You know what I mean? He doesn't like. I don't know, man. It's just like fucking take the man on. You've got it in your boots. Do it. And he's just
Like today,
still unsure of his own body or something. You know what
like
I mean?
today, he wanted to go for a cross and it almost went in as a goal. Like that's just sums up Emerson.
No, I'm
right
not talking about Emerson. I'm talking about the other guy now.
Who? Sessegnon.
Yeah, he's just like watching him.
It's
feels like
frustrating.
he's holding himself back.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it feels like watching him.
Physically, he's got it. Physically, it's just I don't know if mentally he's strong enough. Like he just wasn't making the right decisions.
Yeah, but I've got to go, guys. Thanks for having
Big
me.
up,
Will.
Dan.
Danny.
Big up,
Have a good
Dan.
night.
Take care, brother.
Take care, man.
Dan.
Peace.
Have a
Come
good
on,
night's
Spurs.
sleep.
Feel that
And we're
energy.
back in the Champions League. Come on.
Let's go Champions
And-
League.
And
I was like,
I'm
how
gonna
is he
follow
up this
Dan out the
late
door.
anyways?
I'll see you all later.
Good day.
Enjoy the rest of the stream. Have a
Good
good night.
day.
Shane.
Cheers all.
Good day, Shane.
Take care.
I was actually surprised that Dan was still up. I was like, it's
It's 1 a.m.
freaking
He's
late for him.
sneaking.
I was like, it was past his bedtime.
Sneaking it up. It's almost getting to my bedtime, y'all. We've been doing 2 hours and 30 minutes. 1 in the a.m.
Oh, Leicester, Brighton.
Predictions for the Marseille match before we head on out. We'll do one at a time. Let people know where they can find you. And what you think that wins the Champions League game will be at, where you'll be next, and all that good stuff, Mr. Jason.
You can find me here mainly, and a lot of channels where they open it up for people to come on. I may or may not go on there, but you definitely see me here. As far as the result, I mean, it's Marseille, man. I'm like, honestly, and I'm not even being optimistic. I'm thinking like 2-3-0. Like, I'll go 3-0. I just
Yeah.
don't think they've got enough to hold us out. So, and I
See
don't know
that.
what they've got up front. So I just think 3-0.
See that. Sandro, where do people find you, and what do you think the draw will be?
Well, people can find me here. I'm usually just on here. As for the score, it's a tough one. I hope first Champions League night for some of the players on the team gives them a boost. I'm thinking maybe 3-1, like a 3-1 proper, because Marseille rested their players, so they're going to be up for it. And they have 4 Arsenal players on the first team, I think. And
They're definitely losing.
And Dimitri Payet, who's a West Ham scum. So yeah, 3-1, I guess. Decent. I don't know.
3-1. Dave Hosper says 5-0. Mr. Abdul, or C Cubed. What are your thoughts on the scoreline, and where will you be next?
Oh man, hiding under a rock.
You don't need to hide
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about them and their lineups and like just their players in general. I just really don't watch them, so I have no idea. I'll just throw something out there. 2-0. I'll just put it out there. I've been bad and getting my predictions wrong all season. I was pretty good last season, but this season, every single game I get.
Don't worry, nobody else watches League either, so.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, so if I say that, it's probably not going to be it. That's why I say it. I'm like, if I say 2-0, it probably is not going to be a 2-0.
Good deal. Good. And where will you be next?
Hiding under a rock until I am forced to go on another stream and
Wednesday. Tomorrow, most likely. The way things are.
I don't know who. Like, yeah, sure. Well, I'll definitely be on Tottenham away on Friday. So
we'll be doing a post-match show on Wednesday.
Here,
for the
your
League.
Your channel.
Yep.
Here. Okay, maybe I'll be. Maybe I'll be on this on Wednesday then.
We do post-match after every match. So whether it be Champions League, regular league games, cup games, all that stuff we usually do a post-match show.
Okay.
I'll
be on that. Then I'll be whenever Will is going to do a show on his, and I'll be there most likely.
There you go.
Say, look, you'll do anything for that intro, wouldn't you?
That is right.
I missed the intro.
Almost.
You have to go back
I missed
and watch
Cube's
it.
intro.
It's pretty epic. And then Mr. Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Rock and rolling on your channel here lately, which is fun to see.
Yeah, trying to do a little more, trying to be a little more active. Unfortunately, Michael can't be as active as I am, so sometimes I'm running solo, but
that's all right. Running solo is not that bad.
Yeah, I've seen it done before, so
I've been rolling solo for almost a year now, man. So I mean, not like I don't have a co-host on my channel.
Well, see, I at least I did an intro on my show on Friday, and I hate doing the intro. I like that I have Michael for our podcast episodes to do the intro and and keep the train rolling, because I think sometimes I'm easily distractible, especially by the chat. So I like Michael to help rein me in and keep me kind of.
I just ignore the chat.
Sorry, speaking of the chat, seriously, okay, I'm just gonna go on event right now. Aaron Dub, I consider you a friend. We talk all the time in the chat, and I'm just gonna go off right now. What the fuck are you doing right now? You're being really rude and insulting to me right now. I already told you, I was you're being insulting. You're saying the same thing that everybody else says to me all the time, which is there's more to football than Sonny. When people want to dismiss what I'm saying, they just immediately just group me as, oh, you're just into Sonny above everything else. So I already told you that it was insulting because you're saying everything that everybody else says to me. And I only say that to you because you and I are friends, and I'm just giving you a warning. Hey, you're saying what everybody else is saying to me. And now you're talking about, well, you want, you really think that, you really want to know what other people think about you and the discussions and all this different shit. You're just, what the hell is your problem? Leave me alone. Okay, that's my vent. If you want to come on and talk about it.
Night.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but Okay, fine. You're not my. I don't know what the fucking is going on. I had no beef with you. I have no idea what happened.
It's a common thing. Welcome to the club. Mr. Abdul Kareem.
Yeah. I didn't get to give my Marseille prediction.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jacob.
I mean, it's not too crazy, too fantastical. I do think we should go out there. If we see a typical Conte 11, I think we should go out there with a modest 2-0 or 2-1 win. I might honestly, depending if Marseille come out there really hungry, I could even see us getting a draw out there because I hear the atmosphere at their stadium's pretty bonkers. So even in Nottingham Forest, we struggled a little bit with their crowd. So I imagine that Marseille is a little more rambunctious. So I can see a 2-2 draw, but I think if we go out there hungrier than Marseille, then I think we should be able to get that 2-1 victory.
It's at our home, I think, right? It's at our home.
Hey, Aaron, let's leave the guests alone. Let's not start taking personal attacks at the people on the stream.
Okay,
please.
It is at Tottenham. You're right. It is at Tottenham. That's my fault.
If we're trying to, I know we're trying to shut it down, but come on a stream with me, then, Aaron. I have no shit with you. I literally have no problem with you. I have said what you've said. If you wanted to say that was not what you meant and that was not what you said, then you can say that. You can come on and say, Connie, cubed, whatever. Just, you know what? That's not what I said. And then I'll be like, fine. Okay, tell me what it is you said. Honestly, I have no idea what is going on right now.
Yeah, I think Aaron sometimes on weekends has things, some liquid courage.
I have been on many streams with you. What is going on right now? Stop attacking me.
Yeah, Aaron, let's not attack the people on the stream and get into personal beefs live on the air.
Live on Will Stewart stream. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I have a question for you as a fellow American.
What's up, bro?
When people from over the pond say
you're fine. Trust me, I do it all the time too. Don't worry.
I have no idea what's going on.
Want to know what waffle means?
No, I know what it means. I know it's like a negative context in which people say it, like you're talking bullshit.
Just makes me talking.
It just makes me want waffles. I love waffles. I love Eggo. I love homemade waffles. I have a little one. Got one for Valentine's. Makes little heart-shaped waffles. It's great. I love waffles. So when people say waffle, to me, that's kind of like a compliment.
Yeah. Waffling is just kind of
69mega.com. Hell yeah.
Hot air and stuff like that. Thanks. I forgot to put subscriber only mode on today. Fix that. I mean, we're ending the stream now anyway, but I do need to monetize it too. I forgot to do that as well.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. Trust me, things have gotten way more awkward than that. This show.
I have literally no idea what is going on.
Except it's usually me, right? So that's the only awkward part for me. Is it's usually me the one making the stream awkward.
Somebody I talk to. Well, it's not even like some random troll stranger. It's somebody that I've been on streams with and I talk to and I have no shit with, and I'm literally being attacked and I have no idea what's going on. And that is what's.
And Aaron, I hope you're not sober. I hope you're not sober, because otherwise you're a little bit out of order. But because if you're not sober, it's understandable, right? People get things happen. But if you are sober, then but anyway. No, Sherman, it's not gaslighting. So gaslighting is different. So for what gaslighting is, people want to learn is where, let's say Sandro says the sky's blue, and I say, no, Sandro, the sky's pink. You're such an idiot. Right? That's gaslighting, right? Making another person, trying to convince another person or make them feel like a less of a person by having them doubt reality. Right? That's what gaslighting is. Like when something is actually true and you're trying to convince them that it's not. That's gaslighting, right? Like say I never said that Son was the worst player in the world, and someone kept trying to say, Yes, you did, Will. The other day you said that. No, I didn't. Right? Like, that's gaslighting. And gaslighting is actually a very manipulative thing. Not a good thing.
Yeah. That's a trigger for my wife if I gaslight her. It's a trigger.
Yeah. Gaslighting people is not cool. I don't have a lot of patience for it either.
Unless you're gaslighting a stove. I think that like if you're doing that to cook
cool.
some beans or something, that's cool. Or skillets warming up.
Some red beans and rice.
Excuse my ignorance. What's gaslighting?
I just explained it.
Or you mean the way that I said it?
Lighting up a furnace with gas?
Yeah.
No, but
Gaslighting.
Gaslighting is where you try to convince people that their perception of reality is imaginary, even though it's not, right? Like, so, like if I told you your name wasn't Jason, you're like, yeah,
I'd believe
it
you
is.
will, because I'm sure you'd have stats to back it.
Yeah.
So I mean, whatever you want to call me.
Are mods blocking these porn lanes?
Grousey.
Yep, they are. Okay, good.
Looks like we found you. Looks like we found a girl for you. That's what they're saying.
It's funny how they always find our Spurs streams though. It's got to be somebody in the community, right? Like this is their part-time job. You know what I mean? Anything that's weird that they always find our community Tottenham streams. Like it doesn't matter what.
I mean, I always thought it was suspect how Bob Spur be popping up around the same time that these say sexy hello near you fire emoji, water squirt emoji. I think it's weird. Even I got it once on one of my streams, and there was like 17 people watching. So I was like, okay, one of these people is this mod, this bot. That's it's kind of wild for me to see, honestly.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this right now. Because this really bothers me. When people attack people for the amount of time that they've been following football or whatever, it doesn't matter if Steve Cube's been following Tottenham for a day or for 100 years. Her knowledge of the club and the history of the club, if it's true that she's only followed the club for 9 months, is exceptional, and it's even more impressive. So let's not belittle people, right? Just because you've been a fan for longer doesn't mean you know more about the club.
Aaron, just stop. Like, I literally haven't even been attacking you. I called you out on it right now. I literally just called you out on it, but I didn't attack you. I didn't say anything personal about you right now on this. Say anything. I didn't call you out in that regard. I just said, I don't know what's going on. That's literally what I said. I said, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know why you're attacking me. And you're continuing to attack me in this chat. Like, you're like coming for me. And I have no idea what's going on.
Aaron, you drop it, bro, or I'll time you out for pushing a timeout. I'm not gonna block you, but I will time you out just because we're trying to do this, and there's no reason to be getting personal.
Yeah, Will, I gotta head off. I need to get up early for the F1 race, so.
No,
nice to meet you, Sandra.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you all. Or I guess Jason and Jacob. I've met the other people, but yeah.
The two J's.
All right, man, have fun. Mr. Abdul Kareem Jabbar. I don't always want to say that. Sorry.
I got them my whole life, man.
I know, you got to. You can't help. You can't
Abdul
not.
Kareem
With a
the
name
Dream.
like that. With a name like that, you can't not get it.
Exactly, right? Whenever a person says, "Yo, do you watch basketball?" I always know they're gonna connect it to Kareem.
Not wait for it.
Yeah, so
I don't think I've said it to you twice though. I tried to stop myself from saying it, but that time it slipped out.
Yeah, you probably only said it like twice in like 2 years, so that's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the game on Wednesday against Marseille. Like, I guess my quick question would be, like, would you guys want Conte to play the exact same lineup? And basically, I want to focus on the front three. Do you think Richarlison should keep his position as a right wing? Do you think Kula should come in? Or even the back line? Do you think Longley should play in the left center back, or Ben Davies should come on? And I think the midfield kind of settles itself out. I think Bentancur and Hoiberg were perfect today. I think they should stick in, but I have a question about our right wing position and our left center back. Should they remain the same or change?
Left centre back should stay. Right wing, I'm easy like a Sunday morning. Like I'm good either way.
Yeah, me or even like I wouldn't even for this Marseille game. I wouldn't even mind like a Richarlison Kulu. I would even get Son of seat. It's I don't think it's. I would rather have him be 100% for Man City. Bring him on for maybe the last 25, 30 minutes of Marseille. And then have him be 100% firing for City. I don't know. Maybe Marseille is an easier opportunity for him to get some goals. You know what I mean? So maybe that helps out. Who knows? But it'll be interesting. This will be kind of one of the first times where I don't know what Conte's going to do, and that might be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is an extremely important game because it's our first game. You have to start off with 3 points because
sets the tone, doesn't it?
It sets the tone exactly. Like imagine if we start off with a loss and then we got to go to Marseille and play in their stadium, which is pretty hostile environment to be honest. Like they're known for their home crowd, especially in these European nights. So yeah, we have to set the tone. We have to start off with 3 points. Like I guess our goal would probably be to start off with like 9 points. And then like you can even start off like Lucas Moura in the final 2 group stage games, because again we're gonna need to bench some players. Harry Kane's gonna need to take some benching, and same goes for Son because obviously these games is coming way too frequently. But yeah, I'm gonna predict that we win the game 2-0. I think it'll be we'll score early and then we'll just sit back and then we'll score again like in the 80th minute, just like a clincher. And I'm gonna say Kane scores both goals. I think Kane is like people forgot like how lethal he was in the Champions League. I think he set the record before Haaland broke it for like the quickest, the lowest amount of appearances to reach like 20 or 25 Champions League goals. He got that in like 20 games. Like he got a couple hat tricks in there. So like yeah, like I think Kane still has that. He's definitely gonna show everybody what they were missing on Champions League. And yeah, I'm gonna say a quick 2-0. So yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you. I think 2, 3 maybe. I think 3 if we play kind of like we did today. If the momentum that we had today continues on. Who's dropped out? Jacob. So yeah, I mean, I think that we can. We can.
It'll be tough because Marseille. I'm pretty sure they benched a couple of players today in their game. I think they're resting them for the Champions League game because, again, Marseille's team is they have some pretty old players, guys like Payet and Alexis Sanchez. So, I think they benched them today for that reason. They do have a lot of players that kind of knows Tottenham well. Obviously, like Guendouzi and Nuno Tavares and Kolasinac. Even Alexis Sanchez. So, we'll definitely know their game and they'll know our game. So it'll be interesting though. But I still think we're just too physical for them, too fast paced, just too good for them. But I think we'll get a nice little 2-0 win.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. For me, did you say where people will find you next, or anywhere just here?
I mean, you'll find
me here, or the TFT, or what?
Yeah, you'll find me on TFT for sure. Just today I had to like go somewhere right after the game, so I couldn't even hop on. And I know that the TFT was going to talk about the Chelsea game, so I was like, you know what, I'll just let them talk about that. But you'll see me on the TFT game after the Champions League game for sure. I'll just go on there, talk my shit,
Good.
Yeah, and you'll see me here, of course.
Sounds good, my friend. For me, I will be on. I think that we got a Henry Wright Spurs corner tomorrow. That one should be interesting. Sav and I had a little bit of a spiff this afternoon about Liverpool. Love Sava though. Then we'll be back here on Wednesday, man. So should be having some good fun. Season's rocking and rolling this year. So I mean, really, there's all kinds of content to do and stuff like that.
You still doing stuff for the World Cup?
Absolutely.
I'm so excited for the World Cup.
I have scheduled a vacation though at the end of it.
To celebrate the victory of finishing on top of the group, of course.
Yeah. When's the last World Cup fixture? Like the 5th, 18th, 19th?
I honestly got no idea. I don't even know when it starts.
Starts in November. December 18th, yeah, it's the final. So that's the day that I leave to go to Cancun. I'll be on a plane.
Is the day of the final?
Yeah, suck.
Could you imagine if we make it to that? Would you delay your flight at all, or would?
I might try to change it to the 19th. I guarantee, if the United States makes it to the final,
that'd be wild. That don't happen too often.
When is I'm looking at the bracket. So the 13th. So I'll have a couple days notice. That's when no, but that ain't gonna happen. I can miss the final if it's somebody. If it's Brazil, like Brazil and Argentina or something like that, it's not a big deal. The only country that would make it that I'd probably want to watch is like England or something like that. But doubt that. Yes, Shrim say he's flying to Qatar if that happens.
Oh man.
Do I still have the USMNT channel? I do, but don't. If you're already subscribed to that, do. But I'm actually just going to morph this one into this one. So this channel in the next month or two is going to be going through a little bit of a change, a little bit of a rebrand. We're going to be doing, it's just kind of be like Will's life, Will's channel, Will's everything. We're doing like product reviews, health stuff, football stuff. So it'll be, Tottenham, USMNT, all kinds of stuff, just to make it a little bit easier for me to be a little bit more motivated to do more content on the channel. I'll be honest with you, dude. When I go on like 3 or 4 different shows talking about Spurs and then have to come do a stream on my own channel about the same damn thing, I'm out, dude. Like I just don't have the motivation to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I just say screw it. But if I'm doing other things like the USMNT, I'm really the only one that does that kind of content, at least in the Spurs community. There's other people obviously in the United States that do it. 11 Yanks, Yank Report, Tactical Manager. These are all really good channels that do USMNT content. And then, yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing. And then, different product reviews. So like if you're into streaming, if you're a streamer, all the different cameras and how to do funny things and audio, and just different stuff like that.
What kind of music?
Yeah.
That's seductive music.
I like this song. I think it's part of my outro, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, man, like all that stuff, all the stuff that makes it fun, different stuff. I got like a bunch of crap, dude, cam links and cameras and lights and microphone arms and microphones and mixers and stream decks and monitors and soundproofing in the room and all kinds of just dumb crap that I should probably be making content on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should just like make like a little basic just make like a one little video clip of like the essentials that you need to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's what I kind of want to do, like how to start a YouTube channel, like because football streaming and the gaming is a little bit there's different things that go around. You know, StreamYard, you're doing chats like this, tools to make the stream go smooth. You know, there's not a lot of content out there on people how to do you know, good football content, and a lot of the channels like TFT or you know, you got some kind of like the what's that guy like Goldberg or whatever, Goldbridge. He does more gaming style. You know, he's got the green screen with the fake desk and all of the little things or whatever. And there's people that try to copy him and stuff. To be honest with me, I don't really like that kind of style. I like more of this type of a deal.
Physical.
Well, not even you could do this green screen. I mean, mine's not green screen. It's, you know, real, but you could do this green screen. But I mean, this in the show. But I think Football Terrace does a good job. Terry does a good job. AFTV does a good job. Stuff like that. And there's a lot of things. There's a lot of keys, man. Like just even simple stuff like the lights that you got back here. These lights make such a huge difference in the way that this backdrop looks like. If I turn them off, I don't know if you guys have ever seen me turn them off before, but it's boring and bland as all get out when I turn these puppies off, if they'll turn off. So that's just behind the TV. That's it.
Damn, kind of looks like more stuff, but you know, my background, I ain't got no lights or nothing fancy.
Yeah, but like even a simple thing like yours, you just got a couple scarves and a flag and a violin, but you get like some Govee, like a Govee light bar around on your floor right there, and what it would do is it would basically just it would pop color up that white wall that you got behind you, and it would look
very nice.
There's a huge difference just from.
I've been thinking about getting a light. So, do you have the links to yours in your description, like your other stuff?
I think so. Maybe not the Govee ones because they're pretty new, but just I think the box is in the garage. But
Will, sorry to interrupt, mate. It's 2:30 here. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, go to bed,
night,
man.
all.
Yeah, take it easy. Thanks for joining.
See you, Jason Groves.
Bye, Jason.
But
Jason Groves.
Yeah, so the company is Govee. A little glare from my lights here, but
Govee.
These are bulbs. That's like what this is right here. That light right there. That's
they got like LED strip lights. Okay, I see.
And so I turn off. Like you can change the colors of them and everything. Like I can make them green or red or white or purple. Make them blue. Then on this part, so like if I turn back ones off, you can see what's behind the TV here that glows.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just like little LED strip lights from the same brand.
That's actually what I was looking at right now, actually.
But there's a bar, so can't show you now. But there's like a big bar. There's a Govee light bar. Looking for Govee light bar on Amazon, like $70 or something like that. But it's these lights, but it's in this like this diffused thing. And
okay.
That's what makes this light on my window. See this light right here on my window?
Yeah, that long one, that long skinny.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. We will see you guys next time. Stay strong. Stay Spurs. And here we go.